Hello, survivors! Hello! How's it going? In this stream, I'm not going to be too overly welcoming to each of you individually. I'm going to give you quite a broad welcome, guys. Thank you for tuning in, because we're going to focus mainly on me modding my teams and coming up with teams for war. I did have some requests. I thought about doing this anyway, but I thought this would be quite a nice. It's easier to do it as a live stream because I can answer some questions from you guys about each character as I do it, and then each team as I do it. And it's a bit more straightforward that way. Less editing. This would take a lot of editing, so it's much easier to do it as a live stream. I've done a little bit of it already, just to get the baseline started. And obviously, this will be a video on my channel, so people can come back and watch it at any time. You know, in 2 weeks when the next mod removal event comes out, they can come back and watch it. Now my window is open because it is damn hot right now, and I do hear a lot of vehicles going past, so hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. It should be okay. It should be okay because I've got a good directional mic. Got a good directional mic. But I'll just read out the names that are here right now. The first people that are here: Serapati, Nicholas, Kenneth, Edgar, Chankler, Ariel, The T, and Miguel. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. So, first off, when it comes to mods, I'm going to try and present this like an actual video. Just try and do my best. First off, when it comes to mods, to remove mods is a real ache, you know, something ache. It's a real annoying thing to have to do. The best way to do this is to untick this button here for the moment until they introduce some new quality of life things. I've only re-equipped 25 mods just to show you how easy this is to do. You tick this or untick this, so it's only got equipped. You go to the bottom right hand mod of the first 9, so not this one, not this one, not any of these, not this one, not this one, this one in the bottom right hand corner. So the bottom right hand corner of the 9, and when you click it, you can see that the unequipped button comes in that area as well, so you can just spam really quickly to get them all unequipped if you really want to just do it like I'm going to be doing it. That's how I unequip all my mods really quickly. This seems to be the fastest way. It takes a couple of minutes depending on how many mods you've got equipped, but you can see it's quite quick. Now you can't really sell them by accident because there's no sell button here or anything, so you're safe. And you should basically do this on a mod removal event, which is up right now. The only issue is when you get to the last 8 or so, you have to do it and go round, which is annoying. But I legitimately had 200 mods equipped, so that little strategy helps a lot. So we've got every single mod removed now. As you can see, nothing's equipped. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Now I have formulated some teams that I want to mod already. So I'll go to the teams. And as you can see, I've removed a lot of my roster now. Pretty much all of it. I'm going to remove this team. So we've only got teams that are important. So we've got a tower team, and the reason you put your tower team at the top is like this. If you start a stage, if I go to a stage, and if it's, imagine this is exactly the same as you hitting a tower. You go to a stage. Watch what happens when I click team select. It goes down to my last team that I selected for this sort of stage. Now let's click it again, and as I click team select, I'm just going to click. Oops, I misclicked. But it's a little bit easier in war because of where the mouse is. But you can just drag straight back up to your tower team. You can drag all the way to the top and then click go. Simple as that. And then you'll be attacking with your tower team. You know, obviously be on ×3. And then you just be going along. It's probably not going to be able to do it here, but you get the gist. They'd all come from one direction. You get what's going on. Now, the next time you attack, what will happen is it'll be on your tower team, so you'll have to just select the right attack team based on the team you want to attack with. Otherwise, you're going to attack camps with your tower team, which isn't great. Welcome everyone coming into the channel. I'm basically treating this as like a live recording of a video. But I will say thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I'm going to be going through all of my teams and just modding them out. So the first team is this tower team. I'm not going to mod this out first. I'm going to mod this out last, just with my remaining mods. But But basically, I'm probably just going to make him very offensive and give him a little bit of defense as well, just because he will get hit. The first team, as you can see, I've called this versus range. This is going to be against 3 teams. This is going to be against Mercer teams, Angel teams, and Pete teams. Okay? So the issue that you're going to run in with those 3 teams is stun resist is going to be vital. Everyone on this team has to have stun resist. Certain characters are going to need daze resist because of Angel. And obviously stun resist is going to work against alert characters on defense teams as well, like Pete. It's going to be very, very useful. So the way I like to formulate my teams is I like to have 2 damage dealers as a minimum in every single attack team. Now Priya herself is a damage dealer, so I can select a secondary damage dealer. I'm going to go off trait. I do like using him. Eventually I'm going to be using someone else. I am going to have to level him up a bit, so eventually I'm going to be using him as a damage dealer, as the secondary damage dealer. But for now I'm going to be using Heng Yen. I like him a lot. He still does really good damage because of the weapon I've got on him. He has got 100% crit rate. It means he's going to get Headhunter and decaps are going to be everywhere. So that's nice. And then after that, pretty much a must for every single one of my team. I can't actually put her in my teams right now because she's on a scav mission, but a must for every single one of my teams is this lady. She is literally one of the most powerful characters in my roster. Her active basically is going to save me in so many ways. Control. But normalizing characters that have bide and payback is really, really, really important. Okay? Really important. And if I come up against those characters, they could slow me down by like multiple turns, like 3, 4, 5 turns if I do not have Princess in my team. So she's pretty much going to be in every single lineup. The best thing about Princess as well is her damage output is insane. It really is insane. Now I do want to have a speedy team, so I'm going to be using Doc Stevens here, and I will need to use a command as well. And we have, I think, Siddiq in this region. I do need to level up my Slater, but any 6-star command will do, but try and get your best one if you can. So we're going to put all the weapons in everyone's hands, and with commands you do not need to rush with them, so you can just do AP. No, you don't need AP on attack. You can just go over stat-based weapon like this, where it's just got defense and HP. And you can see all the stats everybody's got right now. I can't click save because we've got a character on a scav mission. Now you can see everybody's not modded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through everybody and decide which set I'm going to use. First off, I'm going to mod Priya. Her damage is already really high. 12,320 is very, very high. But I'm still going to go with attack set just to boost that a little bit. Or what I could do is go with HP set, because I do have her on my defense team, and go with attack mods. It really depends what I want to do. If you've got a HP mod, HP set attack mod that's platinum, that's going to boost your attack higher than the set bonus will. But for now, I'm going to be using the other way around, because I have got I've got 2 actually really nice mods here. I'm going to give Priya the higher one, because she is going to be used on my defense team as well. We are going to be using a stun resist. I think I have a really good stun resist for Priya. I got like a 70% or something. Or is that my other region? I think that's my other region. I don't actually have great ones here. Okay, what's my highest? I'll give her one of my highest. I think it's oh, there we go. We got perfect. Okay, we'll use the perfect stun resist, because that's the must. Stun resist, because he's going to come up against Mercer. And I'm going to be doing attack versus tough, because I can already do damage against alert characters, but tough characters are going to be on Pete teams, they're going to be on Mercer teams, and they probably will be on Angel teams as well. Whereas alert characters are not going to be on Mercer teams so much. They're not going to be on Angel teams so much, maybe except maybe Kapoor, but Kapoor won't be a problem. I think tough characters are going to be around a little bit more. So we're going to find a nice percentage. I don't know if I've got a really high one. I might have to level up. Let's see if we get lucky. Okay, not very good rolls there, so we'll try the next one. Oh, even worse. Okay, so I think we've got a 37% or something like that. 37.5%. Looks like that's the one. Okay, so we're going to go 37.5%. Now, in the bottom left-hand corner... Well, we'll actually go this first. Because I've got a rampage weapon, I'm going to be using crit as the mod here because you have to crit to actually hit Rampage. I'm not sure if I've got a good crit mod or not. 38. I think I have a 41. 41. Okay, we'll use the 41. So I'm pretty happy with this. The bottom left-hand corner is kind of debatable what you want to use. I've been a big fan of using attack while impaired because I use her on my defense team. She's going to get focused by Dr. Stevens, guys. She's going to get focused by Dr. Stevens. She's going to get controlled by him. Now, it doesn't matter if she gets taunted. If she gets impaired, she'll get a massive boost. And it's going to be massive. 100% because I've got a perfect mod on attack set, which is like a massive bonus. So that's her mods sorted. She's going to get a little bit of a defense HP boost. She will get a defense boost on my defense team. She has got the right weapon in her hands as well. And we're going to just apply that. And you can see her attack goes up to nearly 13k. And in the team, she's nice. She's nice. So I'm happy with that. She's going to have to resist where she needs it. I have doubled down on the stats, but I would only go with HP mod here if you're actually going to use her on a defense team. You'd have to have a defensive, like, actual mod. Okay? So, okay, this is where we're going to have a little break. And I'm going to ask you guys, do you have any questions about Priya, guys? Is there any questions you have about how I've modded her? Or anything that you wonder about how you do it against different teams or what? Or just any questions, anything that's coming to mind. Don't feel like you have to ask a question, but if there's anything. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Like I said, I'm not going to say thank you individually, but just a blanket. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much to anyone who's liked the stream already. Guys, like I said, I'm not going to... Oh, no, I can hear some guy's voice. We've got 12 likes. I just did the 12th. Okay. So no questions on Priya. Okay, that's all good. Priya's pretty straightforward, so I think people know Priya. Now, if you don't have a Rampage weapon, I would go with Crit Multiplier set instead. But if you have a Rampage weapon, you don't want to go with Crit Multiplier set because with Rampage, you want attack to increase, like attack stat increases the Rampage damage, whereas with Crit Multiplier, it increases the actual focus damage. So yeah, I don't have her. It's all good. Attack versus alert is okay. Yes, but with the team I'm building here, she's going to come up against less alert characters because she's coming up against Mercer teams. She's coming up against... I'm building her for Mercer, Pete, and Angel. So triple effect. How do you make a Rampage weapon? Well, that isn't so much for this stream, but you go into the armory and you can check basically... I don't really want to back out, but you can check in the research section anything. You can check everything that you can research in there. You don't have to research it to check it. You can just check around. I believe it's destruction or amplification. I always forget. I'm pretty sure it's amplification, but it could be destruction. It's the fourth one. I want them to know the mod of Xander. It's going to pretty much be identical to Siddiq. So when we get to Siddiq, you'll know the mod of Xander. I don't have her either. Well, I would say this is something like... This is something you can look back on in the future. If you get her, you can look back at this stream. I did make a sort of early look video gameplay of Priya. It's amplification, yeah. I always forget. It's one of those two, destruction. I would say it's more destructive, right? Or does it... Because it doesn't really amplify her... I mean, it doesn't really amplify her target damage. It just adds to it. So I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. You can easily check. So now we're going to move on to Heng Yen. Now, Heng Yen... Because he's got a 100% crit rate, definitely go with Crit Multiplier set. Just to get those crits to be like big and bubbly. You want big and bubbly. Now, as you can see on the weapon upgrades, I did go with weapon attack stat over crit. So, I'd actually get a bigger boost with the attack stat. And the critical expert makes it so he's going to crit all the time anyway. So he doesn't need crit on his weapon. So that's something, if you ever get S-Class Heng Yen, replace the crit with attack. So we're going to go with... we're going to go with Crit Multiplier. And we are going to go with Attack Mods. We're going to try and find a nice one. I think I have a max one in this region. There we go. Got a max. And now this guy is going to do Attack versus... He's going to come up against tough characters. I think I'm going to do Attack versus Tough. Because he's not getting a leader bonus, he kind of needs the extra damage. We've got 40%. I think that's alright, 40.5. So we're going to go with that. He definitely needs stun resist. Again, I think I've actually got a max mod here. Or very high. There we go. How high is that one? Okay, that's quite high, 62%. The bottom left-hand corner is quite easy. You just go with crit multiplier as well. So you just want to amplify the damage even more. 38.5 is apparently the highest I've got. I've only got 2 of these mods. Okay. They're both exactly the same. Okay. So now here, what we're going to do is we're going to go with a stat mod. And the stat we're going to go with is going to be, I think we're going to go with defense. Because his defense is quite low. He is on my defense team as well. I've got a reasonably high defense stat mod here. And you can see his defense is going to get boosted. It will get boosted even more because Angel is the leader of that team. Okay? What's up, Diablo? Thanks for tuning in, man. Xander is a great command, yeah. Heng Yen is good with Wang Fa. Yes, I guess. I mean, you could try and build a team with those two in the same team. Heng Yen's just great for... Like, I'll just apply these mods. This is what I'm going to go with. You can see his attack stat is quite low because he's not getting a leader bonus. If he was getting a 50% boost from the leader, he'd go over 10k. And that's why I had to do attack versus tough here, so that he'd actually get sort of like... It wouldn't be such a negative that he's not getting that leader bonus. But his damage output is still going to be really high, especially against tough characters. It's going to be great. Now, any questions about Heng Yen? When it comes to Heng Yen and Wang Fa, Heng Yen is just great because of his specialist skill. If you get 100% crit, it's just amazing. I used him in Onslaught earlier this week, and he was my MVP. Like, he was the MVP because he would just attack somebody, and I was doing it with no rushes, so I was trying to obviously score as high as possible. He would just attack somebody, headhunt them, and then I'd finish them off and they're decapped. And then it would just go to the next person, decapped. And then I'd control with Princess, and it was quite easy. I got quite a lot of points that way. And that's how my faction became second, which was nice. Okay, one sec, I'm on the wrong tab. Okay. So any questions about what does crosshairs do? It says, if this character performs a critical hit on an enemy, the enemy gets crosshairs for 3 turns. If a character has crosshairs on them, when they get taken out, they are decapped, which means they cannot be revived. It's pretty much as simple as that. It is one of the nicest specialist skills. The biggest downside is you do have to mod crit on a character that has it most of the time. But because Heng Yen is a fast character, they have a really nice upgrade. You can see that 4 slot that's blue. It says critical expert turns character's base crit chance to 100%. So that means every time he attacks, he crits. And every time he will apply crosshairs. Unless they have a resist, but you don't see crosshairs resist too much. So no other questions about Heng Yen? I have modded him with a defensive stat here again because I am going to have him on my defense team. If I wasn't going to have him on my defense team, I would probably give him maybe a taunt resist, or I could maybe give him like a confuse resist if I wanted to use him against Jackie teams. Most likely that's how I'd do it. Or maybe a daze resist if I wanted to try and protect his active. But I don't really care too much about his active. It is nice, but I don't really care too much about it. Prepping for war. Yes, same. I got super lucky and got crit expert on my first try. Congrats. So, okay, no more questions on Heng Yen. We're going to move on. Now, Princess is one of those characters that a lot of people mod differently. Like, every single princess that you come up against is going to be modded differently. Like 99.99%. She's a character that is quite diverse. She can be used in a lot of different ways. I would say the best way to mod her, especially if you build your team like I have, where you've got 2 other damage dealers, is not offensive. You're not going to rely on her for damage. You're mainly relying on her for control. You've got to keep her survivability up, and then you're relying on her kit to give you the damage that she's going to get. For instance, when she gets attacked 3 times, she's going to get 60% from Berserker, and then she could get that extra 60% on her weapon. And that means her attack stat will go up to a plus 130% on turn 3, and she'll have her rush. That's the ideal situation, but she has to survive. And because I said earlier, I'm going to be using her on every single team that she's going to be in, I'm definitely going to be going with defense against fast here. Now, what mod I go for, what set I go for, I'm probably going to go with 2 resist. I'm going to have to go with confuse, and I'm going to have to go with stun resist because I'm going to use her against Jackie as well. So that's sort of like, I mean, I've got an issue here. When it comes to her mods, it looks like she needs more HP. So that means I'm probably going to... Oh, I've got a nice one here. Is it high? 73%. Okay, I'll probably go with defense set then. I've got one here as well, 64%. I'll probably stick with this one. Actually, she doesn't necessarily need it. Who would need it? But she doesn't need to do anything turn 1 except just gain AP, and she will gain AP from being confused. It's fine. And because she's not going to be offensively... I mean, I guess she doesn't even need to resist. She can just be confused. I don't mind her attacking my team against the Jackie. Okay. I'm not going to do that then. Okay. So I think I'll go HP set, stun resist. Let's see if we've got a nice one. 57, 65, 65. I'll go with a 65. Because she's got to resist Mercers. And then we're going to go with HP on HP. 47, 46, 46, 56, nice. 605. We're going to give her, like, she's going to be in all of my teams pretty much. So we're going to give her the cream of the crop mods that I've got. And we're going to go with defense versus fast here. Even though she's not going to come up against fast characters too often, when she does, she definitely needs to be able to take the hits. 37, 39... 42.5, lovely jubbly. Okay, and then lastly,
feels good.
Keith.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much for joining the team. Thank you very much. Brand new member, thank you. And Mr. C, I saw you rejoined earlier on. Thank you very much, bruv. Did that off stream. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. In the bottom left-hand corner, alright, we're gonna go with this bit first. Now you can double down on like actual mods here, like to get stats. Like you can go with defense at this point if you so wish, and at the moment I probably will because I don't have her maxed out. So we're going to go with a reasonably decent mod. I don't think I'm going to give her my best one because I think a 500 will be okay. Yeah, like a 530. At 600 I'll save for someone else. Let's go 510. So now she's going to have pretty balanced defensive stats, as you can see, which is pretty nice. So we're going to click apply, so we just kind of get the overall idea of what she's going to be like. And she's looking pretty good. She's nice and balanced. She's got nice defensive stats. She's not getting any defensive boost from her weapon or leader skill. And she's only level 110 from tier 4, so that's pretty nice. Now, the last mod is really up to you. You can go with Graze. Let's go with HP. You can go with Graze, which will reduce incoming damage from basic attacks. I think it's only basic attacks.
Feels good.
English wins. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for clicking join. Thank you so much. That's number 2 in the stream. Thank you. When being attacked, a minor chance to reduce the amount of damage. Amount of damage reduced increases when leveled up. So it's only a minor chance. That's the biggest issue. Same thing can be said for AP drain. It's only a minor chance. Now, the thing about AP drain is this is how her skills are going to be, right? She's going to attack one turn. Then the next turn she's going to active, and the next turn she's going to rush. So in the first 3 turns, she's only going to basic attack once, and that's the first turn when the characters don't even have AP anyway. So you don't need an AP drain, okay? Unless you're using her on a defense team. And even then, she'll still do the same order. She'll attack first turn, active second turn, rush third turn. So it's debatable whether that's useful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go with a Graze mod, just to basically potentially reduce incoming damage. I've got a decent one here. I don't normally go for Graze on any characters. I don't really like Graze, but she's getting hit 9 times with her active. She'll probably Graze one of them, right? She'll probably Graze one of them. So we're going to click apply. We'll get a little bit of a boost on HP. and that's Princess modded. It might be a little bit different to how I modded her in my guide video, but this is because now I'm using her in every team, and Jackie came out since I did my guide. So things change, you know, things change. You know, characters are going to come out where I'm going to have to mod people differently. And the reason I haven't gone with Confuse Resist is because I do not care if she Confuse attacks my own team. That's it. How do you get a lot of mods? Play for a very long time. Hit war milestones. War gives you tons of mods. If you get 50k, you get, I think, 20 mods. You get 20 gold mods. So hit 50k if you can. I think it's 50. I can't check. Buy gold mod boxes. Yeah, you can buy 3 gold mod boxes a week in the League Store. I still do that even though I've got a lot of mods, just because you can just get lucky with a really good mod. You can just get lucky with a really good mod. Okay, so that's Princess. Any questions on Princess? Like, any ideas? We're going to be doing Angel soon. This is the first team I'm doing. I'm doing 5 teams. I'm doing 5 teams. Is it free to become a member? It is not free. It's free to subscribe. You can click subscribe for free. Make sure you turn on all notifications if you do that, because then you'll be notified when all of my videos get released, and you'll be notified when I go on live on stream. It's not free to join. There's a join button just below my video. It's $1 a month. That's the lowest I could actually do it. It's $1 a month. That's $12 a year. And you support my channel financially. You get your name turned green in chat. You get access to some emotes that you can use in chat. We've got some chickens, because chickens is like my, I don't know what you want to call it. Mascot, I guess. Chickens are like my mascot. And then we've got Clementine, we've got a Rick. We've got some other stuff that I made, which is probably going to be replaced. It was just things that have filled the gap for the moment. And we should hopefully get some more stuff soon. But the artist that I had originally doing my stuff, unfortunately, is retired. So I'm going to have to get a new artist to do some stuff for me. Okay, any questions about Princess? What kind of weapon upgrades? So for her weapon upgrades, I've gone like this. And it's just basic. I think that 3rd slot is great on an attack team. And that's why I can mod her really defensively. It's because of that 3rd slot. 40% attack is just a basic upgrade because she's already got 30% attack. Just ramp that up to 40%. A huge bonus to AP when attacking. This was, I wasn't sure about whether I should go with on attack or on defense, but if you make a character really defensive, they're going to gain less AP when they're attacked with AP on defense. And the reason that is because they're going to have more HP, and it's based on how much HP they lose percentage. So it's better to just go with AP on attack. It's more of a guarantee. She is getting leader bonus in a lot of her teams, but the ones she's not getting leader bonus in, it's going to be even more important that she gets AP. So that first turn, she needs that extra 10, basically. No 5-star weapon. Not just yet. Not just yet with her. I could 5-star it right now. I've got the medals, but I'm basically holding off and hoping that they start an event for armory tokens at some point, because they haven't done one for a while, and I don't really spend with the armory. So I've got like 190k at the moment, and I'd be able to do 2 5-star weapons. I'm going to try and get Mercers into position as well, and that would hopefully get me some nice rewards with that. After the stream, can you put the timestamps of the characters? Just asking. Yes, I can. It will take me a while. I'll probably do it tomorrow because I'm already tired. But I'll probably do it tomorrow. They've actually added something new on YouTube where when you go to the scroll bar, it shows you information on the scroll bar, which is kind of cool. But with the 4 slot, I'd probably go with the bonus HP one, which I think is team player. That one looks nice. Or you could go with the 35% attack, 15 crit. Or no, the other way around. 15% attack, 35 crit, which is also team player. So if you get lucky, you could get the 5% one, and if you don't get lucky, you'll get nice team player. And then I'd up it to 50% attack. Mercer or Priya, what would you choose? Priya first, then Princess, then Mercer. Try to put huge bonus to AP when taking damage to her weapon. No. Definitely not, because we've modded her defensively. She's not going to get that much AP when she gets attacked, and there's no guarantee she's going to get attacked after the first turn. So she definitely needs, especially as I'm using her off trait, she definitely needs AP on attack on the off trait teams, where she's going to have no AP bonus. Okay, so that's Princess. Any other questions? Which should I get first? Oh, sorry, I didn't read what you said. Try and keep the questions on point with the characters that I'm dealing with. I'm not if you have any other questions like this, my Discord's there for which characters I get first, basically. Just for this stream, guys. Normally I'm fine with this, but just trying to keep it on point for this one. But out of Wang Fa and Heng Yen, 6-star Wang Fa is awesome. You don't necessarily need to make him an S-class, but Heng Yen you need to make an S-class to be useful. Okay, we're moving on to the next character, Doc. Now, Doc is quite easy to mod, because he's, again, you're just going to make him really defensive. If you want to use him on a defense team, you're going to have to ramp up his HP massively. So we're going to have to go with HP on HP. The issue is he's still probably not going to get enough HP to counter Angel. And that's a problem. I'm probably going to level up a second Doc, because I have 2. And what I'll do is I'll mod him twice. I'll show you what I'm going to have him like in this team, and then I'll show you what I'm having like in an Angel defense team. But for the moment, I'm going to use him in both. So if basically Angel will counter him, which is the way it goes. 495, we'll just give him a 495. And then in the bottom right hand corner, we've got to go with stun resist because we're going to be coming up against Mercer teams. We want to make it as high as possible, 65%. Now the defense here, it's debatable what you want to do here, but I'm probably going to go with defense versus tough because I do like to control Priya's when I attack, just to force them to attack him. So we'll go 40% defense versus tough. Bottom left hand corner. Now this is debatable. We'll go with this part first. Daze resist is a must. Now I don't think I've got a defense daze resist, and if I do, I think it's quite low. It's more important to get a high percentage on a resist than it is to have set bonus. Oh, I went past them. I do have a daze. I think it's 40%. Yeah, we're not going with that. Let's see what one we have that's high. I think I've got a 60% in crit. I think I've got a bunch of crit, unfortunately. And this is because we're taking this guy in against Mercer and we're taking this guy in against Angel. So if you had multiple docs, you could have like an Angel doc and you could have a Mercer doc. You know, that's going to need a lot of vet rings and stuff to keep him leveled up. I think this is it, 54%. Not great. I mean, it is better, so I'm definitely going to take it. Okay. Bottom left-hand corner. This is where it's debatable. What should you do? What should you do? I'm actually going to do a defense mod here, because his defense is quite low. Let's do a reasonable defense mods. 500, there we go. Yeah, it looks a bit nicer. A little bit nicer. He'll get a bit more of a set bonus here as well. Now, AP Drain is a good one, because once he does his active and rushes, he's kind of useless. So you can just start maybe potentially getting an AP Drain in here and there. Graze, again, because he taunts 3 people first turn if you want to. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all he can really take advantage of. I would never use Reflect, really. And this is because Reflect gives AP to the enemy. Okay? It gives Reflect to the enemy. Why am I not using plat mods? Because they're not got the ones that I need. If I had Daze Resist and stuff, then I'd use them. You don't use plat mods because they're plat. You use plat mods because they are exactly what you need. Like, for instance, if I'm making a bleed team, that'd be perfect, but I'm not. So, we're not going to use it. We're going to use AP Drain in the bottom left-hand corner. And I don't need to have an amazing one. It just needs to be okay-ish. Let's see. That 33 looks tasty. Okay. So that's gonna be what Doc's like. Not the ideal. You want to have HP set Daze Resist, but like I said, it's one of the newer added mods. I have not got lucky with it, unfortunately. I've only got 2, and that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. This is the weapon I'm using on him. It isn't very good. I need to reset it and just go and upgrade it. On my other region, I've got 40% attack, 30% defense, and that's what you want to go for, in my opinion. I definitely need to ramp this up because you get a nice bit of HP boost. I just have been concentrating on other things pretty much. But he survives. He's got 30 vet rings. He only needs to survive that first turn. And even then, he doesn't really need to survive. He just needs to pop off his rush. That's all he needs to do on an attack team. Once he does his active, gets command rushed, he's done. Nice and easy. So any questions about Dr. Stevens? I have recently done a guide on this guy, so if you have any like proper in-depth questions, it's probably answered in that. How can you give away coins? I don't. I didn't. What's up, TN? If you have Rampage with her weapon, would you add a crit mod to her? I did. I did. We've got a crit mod here. Any questions about Doc? Doc or Priya? In what sense? Like ascending them? Doc as a 6-star is really, really important. Yep, it's going well, thanks, Tien. Hope everything's going good with you. No questions about Doc? Okay. We shall move on. We shall move on. Last in this team is going to... Oh, actually, I didn't say what I was doing. Like, if I was going to do a team on defense, I do exhaust resist instead of daze resist. Sorry, not exhaust resist. Main resist instead of daze resist. Okay? And the reason you do main resist is because main resist will stop the damage that he would get from exhaust, but it will also stop damage from other sources as well. But he's mainly going to be an attack team, Dr. Stevens, for me right now. And that just means he's got these two resists are the most important thing. The rest is okay. It doesn't really mean too much, but these two things are the most important things. I need to get some damn luck there. That's for sure. Death is not a good choice on Dot, though. Like I said, if you're going to get him for a defense team, you need to go with 5k. And yeah, he's not really going to... I need a better weapon, basically. I need to upgrade my weapon. I'm just focusing too much on the 4 and 5-star potential weapons. One more time, which weapon mods is best for him? Who? Dr. Stevens, I've already said, 40% HP, 30% defense. You can go 35, but I think raising his HP is more important. Because it's lower, generally. I'm definitely going to tear up my membership once I get back working. The videos have helped me help my gameplay, so I'd like to help you support you. Look, I basically haven't made any sort of promotional video about the fact that you can click the join button on my channel. I was going to do it in January, and I wanted to make my channel look a bit more professional. I wanted to have like a nice, you know, title art. I wanted to have like some nice intro stuff, and obviously what happened in the world, and I'm not going to pressure people into supporting my channel financially. So if you are doing that, as long as it's not affecting you, like it's not a big deal, like it's not too much of an issue for you right now, that is massive for me. So thank you very much, you know, because, you know, the world's hurting, I'm hurting, you're hurting. It's the way it goes at the moment. So definitely any support I appreciate so much. Is Lee a bad decision to get off the supply depot? He can be okay, but I'd say Magna's better. I'm doing well, thanks, Chris. Leah's great. I followed your Instagram here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I haven't really posted on there. I did one post, and that was just about like me losing weight. That was about it. That was like 2 years ago now, I think, a year and a half. Lock, Priya or Princess? Priya, Princess, then Mercer. That order. Priya as a S-class. Well, actually, you can do Princess as a 6-star in the meantime, like. But Priya is an S-class as soon as possible. Princess is a 6-star minimum. Then you can go for Mercer then, or you can just max out Princess as an S-class, but that's the order. Priya, Princess, Mercer. And those three will work together really well in an attack team. Like eventually, like I said earlier in the stream, this is going to be my attack team, eventually. Once I get him, I've only just got him recently, so I've got to get him geared up. And the reason I've not got him geared up too much so far is I still need to make my guide video on him. So that's it for Doc Stevens. I'm going to go on to this guy. And this guy's really easy to mod. You just do the obvious, okay? He's got really low defense. So you just do defense bonus, defense versus fast. That's a nice mod. We're going to go stun resist again because he's going to come up against stun. And I haven't got a very good percentage, 55. I'm going to go with defense on defense. And we're going to get a reasonably high one. I don't want to give him the best mod. He's not like an ultra priority. I think he's only in one of my teams. Maybe two. So we'll give him... I think it was a 495. We'll give him a 495. Where is it? There we go. 495. Bottom left-hand corner. Now we will give him... It's hard. He will command turn 1. Turn 2, he will do a basic attack because I'm not going to be commanding anybody most of the time. Turn 3, he'll do a basic attack again. So I think I'll do AP down because he'll be doing AP drain on turns. I'll do that one. He'll be doing AP drain on turns where they're going to have AP already. So that's good. And then it looks like he needs some HP. I'm going to double down on stats because he's a 6-star. You kind of need to. I'm going to give him a reasonably good one again. I think that'll give him that 520 by looks of things. 525, we'll go with that one. Okay, so like, he's got 3k, 3k. He's not got any defensive stats from the leader. He's got a lot from his weapon, but he's a 6-star, like I said. So you just got to hope for the best, basically. If he gets attacked, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I would mod pretty much every single command this way, especially if you're going to come up against Mercer teams. Stun resist is a must. Defense versus the trait that they will take extra damage from just because they're 6-stars. Extra stats. The double stat weapon. I think that's the wrong weapon. Okay, why is it showing the wrong weapon? It's weird, look. It's showing that. Team 6. Oh, it's because I haven't clicked save. Okay, in his hands it is the same weapon, but it's just slightly better stats. So I hope that makes sense. Any questions about Siddiq or other commands when it comes to building teams? How do you make them command specific characters? When you are on an attack team, I can show you. I'll give you an example of how it works. But basically, when you attack with a character, whenever you do the command of Siddiq, it makes the last person who attacked or like had a turn, whether they did their active, they did a basic attack, have another turn. This is the mod setup you use for Xander. This is the mod setup you use for Xander. Now, this bottom left-hand corner, you could potentially use graze resist instead. Graze resist, like graze, damage resist, effectively. It's completely up to you. I like AP drain there. That, generally speaking, the bottom left-hand corner is your choice. Generally speaking. Now, actually, this is something. So this is one thing that is kind of useful. And it's up to you whether you do this. Xander or Ty. If you don't have Xander already, probably Xander. If you don't have that many commands. How did you get Slater? I got him on a pull in one of my regions from a random wheel. And in the other region, I got him from a gate. If you're losing in all your raids for S6++, what should you do? Probably try and get 6-star Wang Fa. It'll be slow, but you will win. He'll crosshair characters, they'll get decapped. You can check out my Wang Fa video. I did a little guide of him to just show you how he works. It's a bit slow, but it's almost a guaranteed win if you make your team correctly. I like commands. The command is up to you. Just use whichever commands you want. Whichever one you're happier with. I do not have Xander maxed out. I literally only have Siddiq. I kind of need to get my... I like Slater the most because then if someone gets taken out, I can revive them, and it gives me more points and war. What about Dale? I'd say exactly the same for Dale, just defense versus tough. Basically, S-Class Davy or Ivanova. What? They're both the same. Sorry, they're very different. Like one you claim from the season store and one you claim from tokens. Shouldn't be a choice there. Like Ivanova is definitely going to be just get Ivanova from the season store. So I can't save this team because I can't have Princess here, but we're gonna save it now. So that's the team I'm gonna have against fast teams. It's gonna have Princess in it. Fast teams, range teams. It's gonna have Princess in it, wherever she is. So that'll be it. This will be against Angel, Pete, and Mercer teams. Now. That's why I modded it first, because it's coming up against the majority of defense teams. I need it with the better mods generally. I didn't give it didn't give the defensive characters the cream of the crop mods because I'm going to give those to my defense team characters. Now, once I've modded everything else, I'll go over this team again and see if I can just tier up like the defense mods by like 20 here and there, you know? Should I go for Mercer or Arav? I have 2 5-star Arav, only 500 cards for Mercer. Well, I guess you should finish off Arav. Have you seen the offer for Payback Negan? Yes, I have. But it's a 6-star. I don't think it's supremely useful. He's okay for attack teams, that's it. Defense teams, he'll get one shot most of the time by heavy damage dealing tough characters. Okay. I'm not going to show anything just yet. But I'm just going to show... I am actually. I'm going to show how the command works. Because someone asked how command works. Because you can just do a basic duel whenever you want. You go to friendly duel here. And you can duel yourself. And you can just test it out. So like I do my active, like a resisted daze, which is great. He has got a 54% daze resist. So it's only going to be like, you know, half the time. And he does his active because he has his turn. Siddiq commands, which is him defending. Dr. Stevens' turn again. And now what's going to happen is my 2 characters are going to get their turn. As you can see. See? Now, it's pretty shameful that I'm actually going to beat my defense team by the looks of things. Without using 4 characters. 5 characters. But let's just say I didn't win there. And I used everything. That's where Princess comes in and just taunts everybody that's alive. Okay? Okay, so I'll go over that team once more. Just to quickly show everybody. Priya. Weapon if Rampage. Weapon if... where are you? Okay, it doesn't show her weapon if it's base. Weapon if base. The 4 slot here, you could go with Rampage and have daze at the same time. It's up to you. Or you could go with crit here in the bottom spot. It's up to you. It's up to you. But I would try and get Rampage if you can. It's really good. Her mods. Talked about attack set. If you want to check out how it works, basically, you can rewatch the video afterwards. Heng Yen. Weapon upgrade if you can. Always replace the crit with attack. Get critical expert if you can. It really makes a massive difference on Heng Yen because it works with his rush as well as his basic attacks. Combat mods, you go crit multiplier. If you've not got leader bonus, you go with attack versus tough. And then if you have got leader bonus, just think about the kind of teams that he's going to come up against. Like, if he's coming up against fast and tough teams because you're taking him mainly against Aaron teams, you might want to do extra damage against fast characters. I use him on my defense team as well. That's why he's got a defensive stat mods. And because he's coming up against Mercer, he's going to have stun resist. I went with an extra multiplier here and increase the attack. So it's kind of basic here. Dr. Stevens, quite defensive. He mainly is going to need these 2. That's the most important thing when you're coming up against Mercer and Angel. So these 2 are a must if you're coming up against those teams. And his weapon is terrible for me in this region. But I would go for like 40% HP. 30% defense if you could. So that's him. Very defensive on Siddiq. And the weapon is just kind of defensive too. It's just like a stat weapon with impair on defense. So nice and simple. Nice and simple. That's the anti-ranged team, okay? That's the anti-ranged team. How many prayers do you have? 1. If I had 2, I probably would use 2. I probably would if I had 2. Okay, so now we're going to do anti-Lao Po. I'm going to go with the same rules. 2 damage dealers. Now I haven't upgraded Erin's weapon as you can see. Again, other things are priority at the moment. But we're going to use 2 damage dealers. Erin, just like Priya, is a damage dealer as the leader. So it's great. It's great. Participate more in league. I won my leagues last week. I came first in leagues last week and second. I play in 2 regions. This week I'm not because I don't want to spend tickets. So she's a damage dealer. Second damage dealer is going to be whoever you've got as an alert or strong character. For me, it's Krista. Okay? Nice and easy. Then we're going to go again. She's going to be in every team just about based on the fact that she can do her normalize and her taunt. That's really important. I'd use Princess in every single attack team. And that's why we gave her, like... That's why we modded her first with some of the best defensive mods. Okay, she's going to be coming up against Lao Po teams which got stun on attack, so that stun resist is going to be very useful. Then we're going to go with Doc and a command. Now I'd use a melee command or an alert command, like a strong command or alert command if you have one, but I do not. So we're going to be basically using the same command. There's upsides and there's downsides to this. Let's actually get a specialist. There's upsides and there's downsides to this. He's already modded, so it's really easy. I don't have to think too hard. You know, job done. He's being spread around in multiple teams. I only need to think about two characters mods here, and that's going to be the two on the left, Erin and Krista. I'm going to equip Krista with a weapon, and we did get a nice weapon the other day, and I cannot see it to save my life. There we go. We're going to equip a splash damage weapon. I got kind of lucky with that, so we're going to equip that, and we're done. Now we're going to do mods for Krista first, because she is the bigger damage dealer. Let me just check my other team, one sec. Okay, I'm going to need some attack stats there, so just trying to figure out what other stuff I'm going to need. Okay, we're going to go with attack set on Krista because she's got waist knot and she's just doing massive damage. The main thing is the fact that she hits really, really hard. She's not on my defense team, so I don't have to worry about a defensive stat on her really. Even though she is kind of flimsy, I don't have to worry about it too much. We're going to give her quite a nice mod, like 500 plus, if I've got one. Let me level this one up. Okay, not the greatest upgrades. I'm going to risk it. See if we can get a nice one. 465, nope. Okay, 555 I think we're going to do. I think she's more important than most. Okay, 555. And now she's going to be coming up against Lao Po teams, which is strong and fast, okay? Strong and fast. So I've got to decide, do I want to do more damage against strong, or do I want to do more damage against fast? And I think for her, I'm probably going to do more damage against strong so I can just destroy a strong character and get some adjacent damage going on. Because she's going to take advantage of... I might actually have a plat mod here. No. Because she's going to take advantage of the attack versus better. Now, I might have an offset here. No, I don't. Okay. So we're going to do attack set. Attack versus tough. Sorry, strong. And we're going to use the 37%, 39% one. Okay? Now, because she's coming up against strong characters again, you want to use stun resist. It's not so important to have a high stun resist on this team versus Mercer because it's not as guaranteed. But we'll use I guess a 59. Yeah, 59. Now in the bottom left hand corner, this is where it depends on what sort of weapon you're going to be using. I could use, let's say, a attack while taunted mod here. If I knew I was going to get taunted the next turn, I could do Erin's active and then suddenly she gets a massive attack boost for her slash damage. That could be useful. We could double down on resists, or I could do, like, if you were going to use a defensive mod, I would definitely use defense because look at her defense stat, it's horrible. It's hard to know what we're going to do here. Let me think. Let me remove that and just apply. So in Lao Po teams, we're going to come up against... Like, if Lao Po rushes, it's game over anyway in terms of doing anything, so don't worry too much about Lao Po. What other... I mean, we could come up against Rosita, and that'd be taunt resist, would be quite important. And she's got a turn 2 taunt, so that could be quite important. Who else has got stuff? Dayu's got taunt. So I think taunt would be a good way to go. Let me see. Or like I said, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to give her a defensive stat. I'm going to go with defense. I'm not going to give her the best. Oh, actually, we can. We can give her the best one we've got because this is an attack. We've got Got 560, 560. Okay, we're gonna go 560. So we're gonna give her attack while taunted here. And then I just have to basically time it well. I just have to time it well. We don't actually have very many upgraded. But let me see if I've got a perfect one first. That'd be quite funny. I don't think I will. Okay, let's see if we can get any good rolls here. 6%. Not good. We're gonna have to scroll down a bunch of times. So I'm sorry, guys. 10%. It's okay-ish, I guess. Just gonna see if I can get the first roll being decent. 15%, nice. If we can get a 20 though. Not that one. That one. Another 10. Okay, I should probably just upgrade it to 20. 10, sorry. Okay, that one's a rip. We're not going to upgrade that one anymore. Where's the 15? There it is. Get a good roll here. Get a good roll. We'll just max it. Okay, we'll just max this one. This one is alright. Okay, 73%. So she'll get 73% extra attack when taunted. I just have to time Erin's active perfectly, basically. And we see in the team she's got 11.3k damage, which isn't too bad. I'm not really sure why she has so much less than Priya when she has a better attack stat than Priya. It might be just that Priya's got 50% weapon. Yeah, that probably is it. That probably is it. So any questions on Krista? Any questions on Krista? Like why I've picked something? Would something be better? You know, would something else be better off? Fastest way to earn coins. Not the video to ask, not the stream to ask, but generally speaking, just do everything you can to get coins. Scav missions, leagues, arenas, everything. In my mod, should I sacrifice 10 chance of crit on the Priya for more attack? Priya needs crit if she... Well, I mean, if she has rampage, she needs crit. If she doesn't have rampage, she needs crit. I think crit's better for Priya than attack. Don't spam the same question over and over again if you don't mind. Don't give attack on attack for Krista. Give defense on attack and crit on attack. She already have. I don't think her splash damage can crit, so it's not that much use for me. And I need to make her a little bit I need to give her a little bit of survivability. Would you prefer 5-star Alpha or 5-star Rick? What from who are the S-class characters? It doesn't make much difference, but Alpha, I guess. That's a lot of stun resist. Yeah, I've got quite a few. Crystal Angel for what though? Just like in general, it's hard to know. Why did you pick Krista? I picked Krista on one region, James on the other, so I can make videos on both of them. Do you have Rampage? I do not. I do not. She does not, I don't think. What's up, Lady Geek? Didn't see you sneak in. What's up, Piece of Cake? Like this stream. How many likes we got? We got some likes. Yeah, we've got 42. Thank you very much. So no more questions on Krista. We can move on then. These teams will be a bit faster because I've already modded half of them. So everything's self-explanatory. Very offensive weapon. Not much control on this weapon. I will probably have the same weapon in her hands eventually as well, because I actually do have a second. I do have a second splash damage. If you are on that stream, you'll realize how lucky I got. I got 2 splash damages in one stream. So Erin, we're gonna mod pretty much identical. But she's not going to need a defensive stat because you can see her defense stats are pretty decent. But we're going to make her very offensive because she doesn't have as good attack. And we're going to give her 2 resists, I think. Okay, we'll give her that one. And for her, we're going to give her attack versus... she's going to come up against melee teams mainly, so I'm going to give her attack versus... I think I'm going to give her attack versus strong as well, because she's not as powerful. Let's see if we get lucky with this one roll here. Nope. Okay, so we're going to use this 37%. And then we're going to go with a stun resist as well, just because we're coming up against strong teams. Although you could potentially use Impair Resist here, just because. Just because we could potentially have an Aaron on the defense team, but I won't worry too much about it. Okay, I think 57% is the best I've got. Okay. Now here, we are going to go with Taunt Resist. Let's go with Taunt Resist. If I had a splash damage weapon in her hands, I'd probably just do identical to Krista. I'd do attack while taunted again. Because they use Taunt last for 3 turns, and I think Rosita's last only for 1 actually, so it's not as great. Let me see. We're going to use Taunt Resist for the time being though. Taunt Resist. 57. 57. Okay, bottom left hand corner. I'm probably going to do, because this is how it's going to go. She's going to basic attack, rush turn 2 because she's going to get dock boosted, and then turn 3 she's going to basic attack again. So I'm going to go with AP drain here. And it's good to have at least 1 or 2 AP drains on attack. It's, you know, desperation stations basically. So you can see her attack stat has been boosted. I haven't upgraded her weapon at all. Still on 30% attack. She's still quite low tier in this region. I don't think I can even upgrade her yet. No, I need 10 more whole heads. So I'm going to need to hit war milestones for sure. What's happening here? I'm just going through multiple teams, basically modding my teams for war, and just going through my characters, and if anyone has any questions about the characters, because basically I get a lot of questions, and this is going to be a reference stream as well. If anyone ever has questions about characters, I can say, hey, just go and check out this stream. They have added something to YouTube called chapters, where I can just easily just chapter my videos and say, this is the Krista section, this is the Dr. Stevens section, that sort of thing. Okay. So any questions about Erin? Now, obviously, her weapon, I'm going to make 40% attack and a huge bonus to AP when attacking. And I'm going to max her out. Bet rings as well. Just right now I'm prioritizing Princess with the You Got Luckies and stuff. I have got the splash damage weapon as well, as you saw, that I probably would put in her hands. Mods on Aaron. We'll get to Aaron. I'll do Aaron at the end because he's not going to be in any of my teams. But yeah. No rampage, no double tap. I sacrifice a 10 crit for more attack, I think. I kind of like crit multiplier on Priya when she hasn't got rampage. It seemed to work really nicely. So a single target damage could take out really high HP Pete's. Upgrade weapon to 5-star. I would upgrade it to 5-star, yep, once I get it maxed out. You see, when you look at the weapon, it says Erin Sapping Revolver. It has these 3 squares on the left-hand side. That means I've got 3 upgrade opportunities, and I should use those before making it a 5-star. If I make it a 5-star now, I'll get 3 upgrade opportunities as a 5-star weapon, and that's it. Whereas if I do the 3 upgrade opportunities first, then make it a 5-star, and then I get 3 more, 6 total. I'm going to try and go for a perfect weapon as well, of course. That extra 10 crit will give you more damage. Well, yeah, 10 crit is really bad. You should definitely try and get like a 35 to 40. 10 crit is bad. Try and get a 35 to 40 crit. I'm just saying crit in general. The 700 attack will give you more damage. Yeah. I mean, for the moment, I'd go with the attack, like you say, but long term, try and get a good crit mod. What's up, Chris? Okay. Is 6-star Dayu good? She's alright. Faction Assault, that sort of thing. Okay, so this is the team that we're going to be using against Lao Po. These 2 for the nukes. This character is going to control and like mop up what's left, and these 2 characters are going to get my rushes for turn 2. So I'm just gonna show you how it works this is without Princess. So this is just the first 2 turns. Okay. We need to do a friendly duel team, and I'll just put in a 6-star Lao Po, so you get the idea. I'll try and use strong characters. Okay, strong is a hard find. Defense. Lao Po's probably in their defense. Okay, you I'll just put loads of strong characters in here. It's not going to be like a proper defense. There we go. Not many S-class characters here. We'll just use stun on attacks. This is going to be the issue. If I come up against loads of stun on attacks, yeah, we're going to have an issue. We're going to have an issue. I'm going to have 5 stun attacks here, so I'm almost definitely going to get stunned. Have I not got another stun attack? Thought I had a stat weapon with stun attack. I guess I did not. Okay, we'll just go with the absolute defense weapon here. Okay. And we're gonna make this friendly duel team. And we're gonna just put a random character in here just so there's another character that can be attacked. We'll go with her. At the moment, doesn't do anything. Just basically she's gonna be there instead of princess. So the idea would be to try and do as much damage. Now she has got absolute defense, so I probably shouldn't have put absolute defense on her, but you know, it can happen. I can potentially, you know, hit a splash damage weapon. Splash to hit. There we go. So we can do a lot of damage on the first turn. And then I'm going to just control the last 3 characters. And then I'll try and take her out. Now this is only a 6-star Lao Po. But now we're just going to rush. And that made that look a bit too easy. Okay? They're not fully modded. They're actually empty. But that's the sort of damage you can get with that splash damage weapon. Could look pretty nice. That is pretty much geared entirely towards those Lao Po defense teams. Going to be a bit harder when it comes to... Oh, we can actually put her in teams now. Thank you. It's useful. Okay. So let's put her in the teams. Princess. Attack. Go. Beautiful. And then we'll put Princess in here as well. Attack. There we go. Okay, so any questions on this team as an overall? Like, the 2 damage dealers I've got in my team are Erin and Krista. Obviously, I need to do a lot of work with Erin. I've kind of left her alone a little bit. Princess is here just for active. Like, after I did all those things that I just did, if I didn't kill the entire team, I would control with Princess and then I'd rush the next turn, basically. What do you do when you're not doing YouTube? I mean, I do what everyone else does. Cook food, do washing, you know. Everything. The normal stuff. No, what do you guys in chat do when you're not doing your job? Pretty much the normal stuff. So that's the way it goes. Can we keep it to English in the chat, please? Keep it to English. It's the English speaking channel. Can I ask one question? Yeah, just go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, so that's that team. If no questions, we'll move on to the next team. Okay, so that's, as you can see, anti-ranged versus ranged, anti-Lao Po versus Lao Po. Nice and simple. Okay. Which one, Sam? Which one? Heng Yen team. Yep, we're just about to do a melee team. So, same sort of deal here. You want to have 2 damage dealers with a melee team. Issue here is I do not see Ivanova as a damage dealer. Okay? Can you use James instead of Krista? Yep. Yep, of course. Of course. It's just basically 2 damage dealers. If you've got Gentleman, definitely. If you've got, who else would be a damage dealer? There aren't that many strong damage dealers. It's pretty much, I mean, for instance, you don't have to use a command. You could potentially use this new Alpha. That would be sick. Alpha would be sick. Who else? Could use like Matteo. I mean, if you had a Matteo, I'd build a very different team. But yeah. What is this stream about? We're just going over my mods for these my war teams. because I get a lot of questions about mods very regularly, and this is going to be a reference stream, so I can just reference people back to it. And obviously, I'll probably do this every couple of months because things do change with characters that come out. I asked yesterday but missed your answer if you saw it. How do you send your princess on your Mine says the requirements are 2 alert and 2 peacekeepers. That's not the requirements. It's not the requirements. When you do a You Got Lucky mission, that's recommended, right? That's the recommended. So then if we go to a team, we can literally just autofill. It will maybe fill some of that stuff in, but now it's guaranteed. You can see I can send it away. Yeah. That's the only thing that matters. Success rate down the bottom. The top thing increases your chance of success. The only thing that matters is the success rate. That isn't the mission I want to do, so I'm going to abort it. And I probably have You Got Lucky pop up because okay, I haven't actually had it pop up. Interesting. Interesting. When's the next mission reset? 3 hours. Okay. What level did Princess get to? Let's have a little look. She got to 121. She got 11 levels from that. Okay. So no questions on this team. I lost connection, so did you announce the winner? For what? The 2.2k coins? Yeah. It was on my Discord. I announced it on my Discord. The Pete others being regularly extended so that you have enough time. Yeah, I mean, I had that question asked in my stream quite a lot. So I asked Tex to if he could do a Q&A section or FAQ section question and answer for that particular question. And then I posted it on my Discord, and then I posted it on my the section of my my community section of my YouTube channel. If they're high enough stats, the You Got Lucky will be guaranteed even if you don't meet the requirements. Yeah, pretty much. And I think you only really need to get them past tier 1. Once they're tier 2, level 1, it's 100% chance to do You Got Lucky with an S-class character. I have 6-star Matteo. Is he usable? I'm not really sure how good 6-star Matteo is. I'm not really sure. I'll check it out later. How's my day going? It's going alright. It's going good. The current ongoing one. If you check that video, I say in there that it's going to be drawn on the 2nd or 3rd of next month, because I will do a stream on sorry, the 1st or 2nd of next month, because I'll do a stream on the Monday or Tuesday and I'll draw it live on stream. Okay, we're going to go on to a medi team now. So again, like I said before, damage dealer. Now as you can see, I do not have any real damage dealers other than Heng Yen. If I had James, I'd put him here. If I had Arav, I'd put him here, because I do not classify Ivanova as a damage dealer. I see her more as a support character, and this is where this team's going to run into some issues, because I'm going to have to sacrifice a command pretty much. You will need a damage dealer here. Now you could potentially use like a Priya off trait if you wanted. If you have a Doc Stevens, it's not too bad. You could potentially use like a support character who's down here, because like for instance that character, I mean I'm going to use this character for the time being, most likely, just because he's useful. But you could use someone like this. Diego's good. It's a nice leader. But there are other support characters potentially you can use. Let's have a little look. Support. I mean, you could potentially use a Shiva as a 6-star. She's got confused. She's not going to do any damage, but she's going to, control 2 people. That's reasonable. If you've got a disarm, you could probably maybe put it there.
Feels good. Sounds good.
Just wanted to say thanks for answering our questions. Amazing stream. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Ash. Thank you so much for the $5. Well, actually, the £5. Sorry, that's the Queen's money there. Thank you very much for the £5. And it's no problem. I thought this would be a good stream, and it's keeping me awake. I'm actually knackered today. So yeah, we're gonna probably go with Diego for the time being, and we're gonna go with Dr. Stevens now. The issue I'm running into with this team is if I come up against a Bide character like Rosita, she would solo this team, right? Bide is mad OP. So again, same issue I'm going to have on every single team. I'm going to put her in this slot just so she's in the same slot every time. Princess has to be in this team. Like, has to be in this team. There's no question. We're going to put Diego in the last slot. We're going to have to sacrifice a command because I do not have a second damage dealer. Wait, let me think. What other character could go quite well here? Another character that could go well is this 5-star or 6-star Wang Fa, actually, because he doesn't really need to be getting a leader bonus, I don't think, to get his rush turn 3, and then this team's mainly going to be used against Aaron teams, by the way, because it's a direct counter. But for the time being, I'm going to just use Diego because yeah, and we're going to use it a bit more of a defensive stat. Weapon. Okay, I only need to mod 2 characters on this team. We've already modded Hang Yan, Princess, and Dr. Stevens. So we'll just have a quick look at Ivanova. And Ivanova is more of a support character, but I'm going to make her... I'm going to give her some weird attack mods. Basically, like, I'm going to give her this one, where she's going to get some HP. She's going to need stun resist because she's coming up against strong characters. 57% looks the way to go. I'm going to give her attack versus fast so she can just do a bit more damage. 45%. That's a nice one. Okay, I'll take that. And we want attack. Bottom left hand corner. We'll do this one first. We can do a resist here because we're going to be coming up against Rositas. We can do taunt resist. We're going to be coming up against Aaron, so impair resist could be useful here. We do not need taunt resist and confuse resist as much because she's got a really nice active, and we'll be popping that almost guaranteed turn 2. I'm massively lacking damage on this team already, I can tell you that, guys. Wang Fa can rush turn 2 if he's commanded. Yeah, but I'm not got a command in this team. I'm not got a command in this team. Renewed SC membership. Yes, I did. I'll talk about that in a bit. I talked about it a little bit on my live stream last night. Okay. But yeah, I did renew. What should we do here? I think I'm going to go with another resist. I might go with like... I'll go like impair resist, maybe. I'm not really sure. Or I could... What do you got? What would you guys go? This is going to go against air and defense teams. It's pretty much the only usage that it's going to have. Air and defense teams. Daze resist. She doesn't need daze resist because she's going to be doing her active turn 2. If you're talking about, I mean, I'm not going to use her against Angel. I only have one more daze resist, and I need to use it on Angel. So I can't. I mean, why would you tell me why did you use daze resist? Tell me. Replace Princess with Diego and keep James in place of Wang Fa. You can kill Rosie to buy with one rush. There's no character that can one-hit Rosita though right now. There's no massive single target damage dealing green. So yeah. Husband returned from the store. Maybe I'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for the stream. Lockdown. No worries, Lady Geek. Thanks for tuning in. It's always nice to see you in my streams. Have a good day though. Hope the current situation is treating you well. Treating all of you guys well. Did I miss Princess mods? Yeah, I'll go over Princess again in this video though. Don't worry. Sorry, Cygnus. What did you miss? Cygnus. Okay, I can't see if you asked anything in particular. I'm going to go over this entire team setup. Impair resist. I think that's where I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go impair resist just because she can be impaired turn 2, and it's going to be hard to control him, and I'm going to prioritize like the bides and stuff. So 51%. I haven't got a really good one. Let me see if I can get a lucky roll here. Okay, come on now. Damn you. So should I try it? Keep trying. It's better to do it here. It's just easier. Should I keep trying? Move it with this one. Impair resist. Let's see if we can get a lucky roll. 5. Nope. $13. Okay. As long as it's higher than that 50, Okay, it's 54. Yeah, that's the highest I've got. I think I'll leave it at 54. That's okay. Down in here, she's going to do a basic attack first turn. She's going to do her active turn 2, and she's going to then do a basic attack turn 3. You see, I'm not going to rush with her. That's the issue. And her rush is going to do defense down. I don't need it because I've got Diego. Okay, so I'll probably go with AP Drain because she's going to basic attack twice in the first 3 turns. We'll do a reasonably high one because she's got attack set. Okay, we'll do the 38. Here we'll do stun resist, of course. Stun resist, stun resist, stun resist. We had a 57. There we go. Okay, any questions about Ivanova? I'm mainly gearing her as a support character. That's why she hasn't got like huge amounts of attack here. With the weapon, I've gone with a wrong weapon. Get a little bit more attack. I would get a healing stun weapon if you have one. The weapon, I've got 40% attack, a very large bonus to AP when attacking, stun on attack. If you have a healing stun, great. She'll have sustain. Those are the mods. The whole stream. I'll do a recap at the end for all the teams. I'll do a recap at the end for all the teams. Clem is a pretty hard-hitting raid. Yeah, she would be considered a damage dealer for me. So if you had Clem as a leader there, she's a damage dealer. But then Ivanova would be a support. So yeah, I just need another damage dealer. Rick mods, command green. The same as the ones I used on Siddiq, basically. You probably, if he's an S class, you could probably double down on resists. Why did you renew SE membership? I'll talk about that after I do my team stuff. My highest stun resist is like 61, I think. I got a couple of quite high ones. Fortunately, they're on my more important characters. Okay, so that's Ivanova. Pretty straightforward. I'll go over Hang In quickly again. There's mods. There's weapon. I'm not going to talk through why I'm doing that because obviously we've already done that. This is Princess. Very defensive mods because she's going to be used in a lot of teams on attack where she's going to basically be a tank. So I want her to obviously be able to take damage. That's why she's modded this way. She will be able to do damage when she does her rush because of her weapon and because of her specialist skill. Weapon I'd upgrade like this. I'd either use the 5% team player, like bonus HP, or the actual team player, 35 crit, 15% damage in the 4th slot. Okay, next up we got Diego. Really defensive. Look at his defense stat, guys. He needs to take hits, even though he's not going to come up against alert characters. He needs to take hits, so he definitely needs a good defense on defense mods. We can get a 500 plus one. 550. I think I'll use the 550 on him for now. We might come around and replace it with the 6-1 if I'm not going to use it on anyone else. Now we're not going to do defense against alert because we're only taking him against tough and fast characters, right? And on a tough and fast team, he's most likely going to get sort of like, I don't know what you want to call it, like splash damaged and stuff by tough characters. So we're going to give him defense against tough. He's going to get 40%. That's actually pretty nice. Next up, we're going to give him a stun resist. Of course, he hasn't got a high one, 53%. Just because he's coming up against strong characters, it's going to be quite important. Bottom left-hand corner, he's going to attack, rush, attack. So AP Drain is fine, and we'll give him a big one. We'll give him a big one. Yeah, we'll give him a big one. 45. Understood. Now here, it looks like we kind of want to raise his... he's going to rush turn 2. So he can potentially get neutralized. Not on this team so much, but he could potentially get neutralized in the future if a neutralized character came out. Let's think. What can happen turn 1? Taunt? Possibly. He could be taunted. He could be impaired if they've got a Doc Stevens on defense team. I mean, I would try and control him. I'd focus him with my Doc, so I don't have a command. Oh, wait a sec. See, there's going to be an issue, I just realised. If they've got a dock, let me just... they've got a dock, I've got no turn 1 control. I need a command. Diego. I need to have turn 1 control. It's so important. Laupo teams will have. This is not Laupo. This is. Yeah, they'll have Arav turn 1 rush teams. So I definitely need some turn 1 control. Okay, we're not gonna have him in here. Damn it. Damn you, Doc Stevens. Okay, we're gonna just go with Siddiq. So we're not gonna worry. But you saw how I was modding him, fairly defensive. I probably would have gone with a stat mod as the last one. And here's the mods for Siddiq, and this is how I would do like pretty much every single command except S-Class Rick, where I do 1 stat mod and 2 resist mods most likely. And I'd probably do a daze resist on him so he could still revive. Just because his revive is quite important. What's that final weapon? Princess may taunt Raulito type guys who have impair when attacking, and you may get impaired. Yep, that's a risk I'm willing to take. I'm gonna have to take that risk. There's only so much I can do, and the mods I've got that's 100% needed for like when she's an S-class character maxed out, then yeah, maybe I'll do impair resist, but I don't think I'm gonna just counter 1 character. I'm not gonna counter just Raulito. I'd probably do. I might do taunt resist myself if I'm honest, because if I come up against a team that's got Princess and Shiva on it, I'm gonna have to normalize the Shiva, and I might not hit the Princess with taunt, and then the taunt from Princess might hit me. So yeah, that would be an issue. I'm happy with those mods, and everyone else is modded. Any questions about this team? We'll just give it a quick run through. It's a little bit low hitting. That's the biggest issue with this team. It's actually going to kind of rely on, like, you might not want to take a dock on that team, to be honest. You might not want to, like, dock command takes up 2 slots. If you've got an extra damage dealer, you might want to take an extra damage dealer instead. You might not want to take a dock on this team, as surprising as that sounds. But you need turn 1 control. I don't really know who else has turn 1 control. Who else has turn 1 control? Can't really think of anyone who's got turn 1 control that could go on this team. Like strong, fast. Okay, we'll just quickly do a test run against myself again. We're gonna go against an Aaron style leader. I don't actually think I've got one, you know. I mean, I've got an Aaron, but he is name. He is still down. Yeah, for the moment. So these are the kind of characters that you could come up against. Let's actually just put like Rampage, because they're gonna get. This could actually be a decent team, to be honest. We'll give AP bonus weapon. And yeah, this actually could be a decent team. It's not gonna be too bad, like for just a slap together team. If it was a maxed out, or I could put like Doc, and because he's gonna get defense bonus here. That's actually quite nice. Where's Siddiq? Is he over here? Past him? No. Okay. So someone asked about Aaron. What did you want to know about Aaron? Someone asked about Aaron. How to mod him? Just mod him really defensively. If you're going to put him on a defense team. Cole can have, yeah, but he's not going to get a leader bonus. But yeah. Cole would be a good pick. Okay, we're gonna attack. This is not gonna. It's just gonna give you an example of like my. In other games they call it like a build order. I think they do it in like it's actually, I think they're called real-time strategy games, so they're RTS games, funny enough. And this is basically like an attack order, right? So you would try and target the person who's really a big issue with stun. If you don't get a stun, then you know that's the way it goes. Now the issue we've got is I probably would just do his active at this point because I don't want to give AP to anybody. I can't attack him because I'll get impaired potentially. If I attack her, I'd have to control her and him. So I would just do my active to gain AP so I can get a second turn rush still. The only person I desperately need to control is him. So it's pretty straightforward. There we go. Straightforward. Now, don't have taunt resist on my dock. If I had a defense team dock, I probably would. And then after that, what I'll do is I'll just get a little bit of AP on Princess. There we go. Princess gets her rush as well. And now we can just kind of unleash. Now, this is where Heng Yang comes into his own. Like, there's no revives here, but he's going to guaranteed get took a lot of damage. How did he take so? Really, was it that 45% attack versus fast just wrecked? Man, that was a lot of damage. Much more than I expected it to be. He's got pretty decent defense as well, 5.2k. Like, he's not a defense. I haven't made him a defense character. He's still offensive, but I'm much better than I expected it to be. So yeah, what we're gonna do, we're gonna see what he can do. He's gonna kill Aaron, and then now at this point, I just do my active on Princess. Even though she's got her rush there, it's just safer. It's just safer, and we can just attack anybody. And she's gonna take a lot of damage, but she's got the defense, and she grazed. She did graze twice, but she's got the defense versus fast. That's where it's gonna come important. She still took 1,500 damage, and then because she's got the attack boost, she's got no attack stat. 176 bonus attack. She's gonna wreck, absolutely wreck. And then at this point, we should be able to just take out the rest. If you're playing arenas, you want to command at this point just to get, you know, your turns, lower turns. So that's kind of the sequence I do. Now, as you saw, I commanded Ivanova. Not really something I want to do. Like, perfect character for that would be AJ. I would definitely rush with AJ. Actually, I wouldn't. It's a hard team to build, I'm going to be honest. Mainly because Ivanova does not add... I mean, she did actually do a reasonable amount of damage. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. You don't need Princess for the first turn, so give her Impair Resist. I don't need her rush. I need her active. And there's no one who can daze. I guess there could be a daze weapon. You see, I've got... The thing with Princess, right, is I've got to use her on every single team. That's the biggest issue with Princess. I've got to use on every single team. So I've got to, like... That's her Mercer. I've said that if I use her on a Jackie team, I don't care if she gets confused because she doesn't need to do anything turn one. She'll maybe attack one of my own characters, but she isn't offensive, so it shouldn't be too bad. So I don't care about that. Right now I'm using 2 defensive stats, mainly because she is not maxed out with vet rings. So because I have to use her against every team, that's the why she's geared this way. I got Plat Mod attack set, attack when taunt. I got 100. Oh yeah, it's not too bad. That's pretty nice. I have a platinum attack while taunting mod. Is it worth using it? It's at 99%. I have one of those on my Krista. And the reason I have it on Krista is because I figured I could potentially come up against Rosita's and Erin could do her active. I can also come up against Deus on Laupo teams and Erin could do her active. And that would mean that I could still get that off with basic attacks. With splash damage weapon. Absolutely mental. It'll be huge. And if she's got a rush, it'll be great as well. Do you have mod Shiva White? Nope. No, I'm not doing any Shiva mods. I'm not building like a bleed team with her today. Do you know what slot 4 thing you would suggest for Doc's weapon? I think the healing one would be good, or the team player one. I can actually show you now because I can save the team easily. So I would use you can check, by the way, in research. You click on research, and then you click either special weapon effects or epic weapon effects, and you can just check all the stuff that's in here. Just go through them. It's the tier 4 ones you want to look at. But I probably use the top one here, fast healing. Up to 2 teammates regain 10% HP per turn for each fast teammate on the team. So there's 2 fast teammates on that attack team. There'll be 20% HP to 2 characters. It's pretty decent. Or I'd use that one, the third one. Give 15% attack and 35 crit to all adjacent teammates. That'd be quite good. And then I could put like Princess next to him, and she'd do extra damage with her rush. Or I could put Hengyan next to him, or an Arav next to him. Dark Scorpion. Well, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, we'll get back to the teams. So that's the anti-Aaron team. Don't see too many Aarons, but I think that would work. I kind of just needs a little bit something extra. I think like I could potentially sacrifice both of these, put Cole in here, and then an extra damage dealer, like you say, because it's going to rush turn 2 as long as I can control turn 1. And with Cole, I'd go with just basic upgrades on his weapon, and then his mods. You basically want to make him like a command. I'm not going to put him in my team just yet, but I'm just going to show you roughly the sort of mods. Stun resist, yeah, I'm not going to look at the percentages. You want to go for the best you can. You want to go for defense versus fast, because he's coming up against fast characters here. I would say AP drain, because he's not going to rush or hit too often, so he's going to do basic attacks. And then I'd probably just increase his defense here, so it'd be just basically like the command stuff, pretty much. Yeah, just get the highest ones you can. There we go. The highest mods you can. Okay? Simple as that. Simple as that. But for now, we're going to use Doc Stevens, because I don't have another damage dealer. If I had Arav, I'd use Cole and Arav, for sure. That'd be good. If I had James, I'd use James and Arav. James and Cole, sorry. Okay. So we're going to stick with this. And now this is going to be the weird team. I'm not sure about this. I haven't really... sorry. Have you made it? Yeah, here's the anti-Mercer team. It's basically just versus ranged. That's what I'm saying. She isn't that much going to do on first turn other than give AP. So if you can sacrifice the first turn for her against me... I can't... I mean, I guess you're kind of correct there, actually. You're kind of correct. Like, she doesn't actually need to do anything first turn against Mercer, so her getting stunned is not a big problem. But you see, the thing is that this is how I'm thinking, right? Against a Mercer team, she will be a backup to get her AP from Doc. Okay, so let's say Hengyan gets stunned, then I'll just give the AP to these 2 characters instead. These are the primary characters to give it to, but if one of these 2 characters gets stunned, Princess is there to hopefully pick it up if she doesn't. If that makes sense. Second turn you're going to gain it, yeah. You can save that 1 impair and it changes a lot. The impair isn't too much of a problem. I think I'd more likely go with main resist to try and resist Angel, because sometimes she does get her active off. It's only a problem against AP gain characters. Have you made a Mercer team yet? I'm yet to have my own Mercer. I need 2k more. Oh, you mean a defense team? I can talk about it. I've got a Mercer, but he isn't really tiered up, so I'm not really building him this time around. I'll talk about a Mercer defense team. So yeah, this is going to be the Jackie team. This is just an idea. I have not tested this out. I've got no idea how well it'll work. It'll be very slow, but I can pretty much hit auto after like turn 2. After I've done my control and after I've done my command of Wang Fa, it'll be good. Like, this is going to be the team, basically. There's not going to be a Doc here because I'll try and find a Jackie. Like, we'll see how embarrassing it's going to be. The command is literally there, so I can do Wang Fa, active command turn 2. Active command rush turn 2. For him, he'll have a HP weapon because his HP is lower than his defense, and we're just making a really tanky team here. You can see that Princess's stats went up massively, 5.3, 5.3. For her stats are kind of balanced. So well, I'm giving her HP mods, so I'm going to go over defensive weapon. Am I giving him HP mods as well? I think I am. I think I'm giving this guy HP mods as well, so I might go over defensive weapon here as well. 8k defense. So this team's going to be able to just hold on, you know? Look at their defensive stats. 8k defense. He's going to get a lot of HP as well. So we'll basically mod this guy for what he doesn't have. Right now he doesn't have defense, so it's going to be pretty obvious. Defense on defense. Defense on defense. Give him the highest defense on defense I can get because I'm not modding anyone else defensively. Defense on defense. There we go. Stun resist. What team am I coming up against? We're coming up against... Yeah, stun resist. We're coming up against alert and fast characters. Okay, I don't have a great stun resist, but we'll go with it. And here, it doesn't really matter what I do, but I think there are much heavier hitting alert characters on those teams. I've got some nice ones. 45%. He's the one that we got to keep up so that he can pick up people if needed. Here we'll go with AP drain. Big one. And then this one, let's think. We're going to come up against Rosita, so taunt resist is a good one. $61 maxed. Who else? We got no turn 1 control. Just realised. Might have to take Cole in this team. Oh no, we don't need first turn control. I've got Angel to kill Doc. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, I'll go with a big resist there. Okay, so you can see his defense has been boosted, and that's the weapon I've got on him. Which tough command do you prefer? Not sure which one to focus on. Slate is the best in my opinion. And then after that, it's up to you whether you like Xander or Siddiq. The anti-Jackie team I would suggest is Pete Lead, Angel, Frost, Princess. Do not have Frost. I probably would take him instead of... Nah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I could take like Jiafeng. It's just I want to active command rush Wang Fa turn 2. Maggie or Nick. I think Maggie's better on attack teams because she's got impaired cleanse. It's quite nice. Her rush is actually pretty nice. Support rush. So yeah, any questions on Pete? Any questions on Pete? I basically made him get what he doesn't have, which is defense. Obviously he's not maxed out. He's got a maxed out rush and active though. Definitely would max out his active because we're going to be using his active quite often. We're not going to be attacking with him too often. Thinking about that, if we're not attacking with him, we don't really need AP drain. I think they need to add some more auxiliary mods. It's so like kind of one-dimensional ones I could pick. I mean, I guess I could go with like defense while stunned, so that if he does get stunned, nah, just keep it as it is at the moment. If he does attack, I mean, if I see there's a window, I could just try and AP drain them. Would you put stun on Pete's weapon? Yes, I would, but not his base weapon, because at the beginning of each wave is really good on SR. Really, really good on SR. I put attack versus blue on my princess, and she deals with the tanky Wang Fars quite well. Nice. Nice, nice. I'm on those sort of teams. I'm what teams is he on? It's going to be like Mercer. On those sort of teams, I'm going to be dealing with them with Priya's and Mercer myself when they get leveled up. So that's going to be him. Pretty much going to mod Wang Fa the same way, but the opposite, because he needs HP. So it'll be HP on HP, and it'll be the best HP on mod I have. Don't have very good ones. 560. 560. Got a couple extras here. Let's just check what we can get. Oof. Nice. Real nice. Come on. Come on. Not bad. 575. So that's the best one I've got. 575. Here we'll do defense versus fast, because he's going to take the trait damage. This isn't going to be a fast team, just FYI, you guys know. We'll do stun resist. Oh wait, we need a better stun resist for Angel. 51. He needs to only survive the first turn. Once he gets his rush off, he's done. He's just a tank. I have not got a good weapon for him. He's going to be an AP drain after he gets his rush off as well. And we're going to go with... I think we're going to go with taunt resist as well here. I think we're going to go taunt resist. Oh no, wait. We need confuse resist on this team. Damn, we need confuse resist all over this team. Completely forgot. Who needs confuse? Actually, I don't. That's the brilliant thing. I don't think anyone has a turn 1 that I need to do on this team. Who has a turn 1? Angel. She needs confuse resist. Okay, she's the only one that I need to have confuse resist. Everyone else, it doesn't even matter if they get confused, because I'm not taking any stun guns, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. So I don't even need confuse resist. That's kind of a cool way to approach Jackie. Just take a team where you don't even need to resist, because you're not going to hurt yourself with a team with this like this. I'm going to take taunt resist instead. And why did I have to hold off on that? I need stun. Okay, I'm taking that on him. Okay, his HP's been boosted a bit. Not massive, but it's boosted a bit. With the weapon, right now I'm just using an impair weapon that I have. I'd probably use impair on attack on him on the attack team. That I'd probably use that weapon instead. No, Mr. C. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll mention that you can't like long press anymore. Would you put stunt? Yeah, I said yes to that one. How did you get Wang Fa def to 8k without mods? He has really good. I've also got a 35% weapon. But he has really good base defense. He's also getting a leader bonus from Pete, another 30%, and they multiply with each other. Weapon and so I mean I could potentially. Let me just check. Angel has. I could use the HP weapon instead. Let's have a little look. Where is it? Do I have a HP weapon? I like 8k defense. I like 8k defense. Okay. And then I'll probably no, because I am modding her with HP, so I definitely need to put defense on her. Where's the weapon? Is it over here? Yep. Clementines. Okay. So no questions about Wang Fa, no? Show us the weapon, please. Once again, I think I may have missed. Which weapon? What weapon? That weapon. How long do you think the game has until the servers are shut down? I mean, people were talking about the servers getting shut down 3 years ago. You know, they said, oh, it's definitely getting shut down in 2 months. You know, whatever. Try to click 500 times to craft 50 ammo max. No. On a 5-star Dot Stevens weapon, would you go for... I would not put... Oh, 5-star... Okay. On the weapon being 5-star, would you go with 40%? Or 50% HP. I'd go for 50% HP, 30% defense. 50% HP, 30% defense. Okay, we're going to move on to Angel then. Now, Angel's being used on my defense team as well. So the way I like to do Angel is I like to give her loads of HP because she's going to get defense off of her leader skill. And she's also getting defense off of her weapon right now, so it's kind of cool. So we're going to give her loads of HP. I think I've got a 560. Nice. Okay. And then we'll use defense against fast here. Hopefully a nice high percentage somewhere. 39 will do. And here is hard. Kind of need daze resist. So we're going to go with daze resist, but it's only 41%. We kind of need stun resist. But we also need confuse resist. Oh my. This character I do need confuse resist on it. I need to resist that confuse from let's see what the highest percentage I got. I might have a perfect 67. What's this one up here? 65. 64. Okay. Man, we've got 17% on the first roll. It could have been really good. Okay, we're going to go Confusers, and this is because she is here to counter Doc Stevens on these defense teams, so she has to have that. And then here, I guess we can have AP Drain. There we go. So now she's got 6k, 6k. She's very defensive. Any questions about Angel? Any questions about Angel? Confuse resist, yep. Need confuse resist for Angel for sure. Don't you have plat confuse? Yep, but it gives less percentage. 67 for the gold, 64 for the plat. And I'm not sacrificing 3% for 20 HP. It's just not worth it. So like, I'm not using any plat mods, I don't think. No, I'm not using any plat mods. That would have been nice. I mean, I think I'll sacrifice. I'll sacrifice 145 HP for an extra. How much percentage? 7%, 6%. That's worth. Yeah, I'm not using any. What's this mod? 58%. That's high. I mean, I lose a bit of HP by doing this, but I get much better percentages. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that, it's fine. And then I think I'll replace this dude's this. Who else has something like this? I think he's the only one who has defensive versus alert. So I'll do that. Okay, so like, if you've got a really high percentage, like percentage mods on resist or defense on attack versus, it generally you can sacrifice the set bonus for that. Sometimes for attack stat. I wouldn't ever do it for this one though. Ever. You kind of want to get a set bonus of some sorts. Okay, so any questions about Angel? Any questions about Angel at all? Okay. The reason I have modded her HP and given her a defense weapon, and I'll do it on the next team as well. So those are my attack teams. The defense team is already done, and it's because I've all these characters are in my other teams that are already modded. So like on this team, as you can see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her a defense weapon here. And you can see her defense 35 huge. So 35 huge. Okay, this one's better. As you can see, her defense has gone up to 7,000. And it's because I'm using the multiplier from her leader skill to multiply with her weapon as well. So on a defense team, this is what it's going to look like. And it's okay-ish. It's mainly just going to just hope for the power of Heng Yen and Priya to just get things popping, basically. And then this is going to be my farm team. That's why it's here. This is my You Got Lucky team, 5-star arena attack team. Well, I can't actually change it right now. And then these are just some test teams that I set up. Okay. So what was it? We did have some questions. Mercer defense teams. Okay. Mr. C. The thing with Mercer, right, is he is a terrible leader, okay? He is the worst leader in the game when it comes to being a defense team leader because he does nothing for his team, pretty much. All tough and strong teammates get a huge bonus to AP when taking damage. At the beginning of each turn, at the beginning of each wave, up to 5 enemies get stunned for 1 turn. Barely anything happens to his teammates with that. Barely anything. They're not getting defense bonus, they're not getting HP bonus, they're not getting anything like that's going to keep them alive. This is why if you have a team like this with Mercer, it is terrible, basically, right? It's really bad. It's really bad. It's got a lot of base power, right? It's got quite a lot of base power. But the reason it's really bad is it's not rushing until turn 3. And you've got to survive for 3 turns. And you are going to have to survive the rush, like onslaught that's going to come from an attack team, right? Now the stuns can hit. So let's just make this my friendly team. So you can sort of see the outcome. I'm going to attack with the team that I built. This is a high pressure test right now. But basically the way it should work is how it's going to work. Right? Doesn't matter if people get stunned. It makes literally 0 difference. Because I should not get destroyed here unless Priya hits a rampage. And she didn't. Oh, she did. She did. Is it a big one? It's not bad. Should be a guaranteed kill. See, like I'm rushing before they're rushing, right? And then it's over. Literally, it's over. Turn 2. Now she took some damage, but it's over. And that's because it was too slow. Yeah. So for these, I'm leaning towards taking him on attack versus other Mercers. Yeah, I can show you how that works as well. But on a defense team, he's too slow. He's far too slow. You 100% need something that's going to increase speed, right? 100%. So you definitely need like a command in there. You definitely need like a dock in there. Or no, you don't necessarily actually need a dock in there. You need some sort of AP percentage gain. Like I've seen people use 2 Mercers on defense with 20% weapons on them, and then they've used commands. Because he's 66 AP, he can get his rush after 1 attack with a 20% weapon. It's really nice. So you can get a 20% weapon crafted outside and then 5-star it, put in his hands. That's good. No worries, Junith. Hope it was helpful. Have a good sleep. But yeah, on an attack team, you pretty much use the exact team I have up here. I'll just delete this. And why can't I delete it? Oh, okay, yeah, I know why. I know why. Friendly. Okay. For an attack team, you basically use exactly the same team that I've got here, except you just swap these 2 characters around, pretty much. Okay. Simple as that. You have to take Doc on this team though. The issue you're gonna have on this team is we deleted it. Let's, issue you're gonna have is you have to be able to do your Doc rush real early. early. Let's take Doc, speed up a little bit. So right now, not ideal, right? Not ideal, but it's not too bad. I stunned 2 myself. You got no commands. If they had a command, it might be a problem. Their Doc's gonna active. Would active rush me if they had a command. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get Mercer. Like Mercer and Priya will get their rushes. Actually, Priya might not, but Mercer and Priya should get their rushes. This is Mercer without an upgraded weapon. It's pretty good. He doesn't get his rush. It's gonna be like 65. One AP away from getting his rush. So he definitely needs a weapon upgrade. And then just the same as before, you rush and then control what's left. You see, like, they're not getting protected at all. She got taunt resist. No, I might sacrifice that stun. I mean, yeah, I might sacrifice that stun resist for taunt resist, to be honest. You see, after your first set of rushes, it suddenly becomes quite slow. So, yeah. You only need to use Mercer against Mercer teams if they've got a really fast Mercer team. If they've got a normal, like, kind of slow Mercer team, you don't, in my opinion. Are you going to level up another Dot? Probably, yeah. Oh, that's sucks final weapon. Okay, so I'm gonna go over all the teams again. Just go through them. Just gonna fix this. It's gonna be like a final sweep. So if you missed it before, here's a chance. Priya, I've gone with attack set. Don't need to give her attack because she has already insane attack. It's even higher than this because she's got this weapon. She's already got insane attack. As you can see, nearly 1300. This is without adjacent, like, team player stuff. And if I got that, it'll be even better. And then we'd have attack. I've gone with attack set. But what I could potentially do in the future is go with defense HP set to give her a HP boost. And then go with attack mod to give her a big boost in attack. So she gets a bigger boost in attack rather than HP. But because I'm using her on my defense team right now, because the rampage weapon is so effective there, I went with a HP weapon just to give her a little bit more like survivability. Attack versus tough because I'm mainly gearing her against Mercer, Angel, and Pete teams, and there are tons of tough characters running around on all 3 of those teams. Stun resist is a must against Mercer. I got lucky, obviously. I got a perfect mod. Crit chance is so that rampage happens more often than not. This is mainly for defense because when I get controlled by Doc, even if he doesn't target me, he could still control me. I get 100% attack boost, and 100% attack boost with my rampage weapon is mental. I'll try and actually control her, and you'll see what it's like. So yeah, that's that. Heng Yen. Did I show you the weapon? Like, it's rampage, basically double attack. And Heng Yen, crit multiplier because I've gone for, like, this is his weapon. Replace the crit with attack. Critical expert makes it go to 100% crit chance. Nice and easy. 620 death. Nice. Yeah, but critical expert makes it go to 100% chance. That means the critical multiplier set, which I've got right now, will give just guaranteed crits and give better hits. It'll give what, 50% extra crit damage. So let's say the crit damage was 100, it will go to 150 crit damage. Not the base. It won't change the base damage. It will just change the crit damage, I believe. Top right is just so because he's not got leader bonus. I'm gonna give him a leader bonus basically with the top right against tough characters. This is for, again, Mercer teams. This is because he's on my defense team and I'm using this. Do I have a better mod here? No. Bottom left hand corner is crit multiplier just to increase those crits even more. So that's pretty straightforward. I'm going to swap one mod on here. I'm actually going to take out stun resist, because someone making a very good point that she doesn't actually need to resist stun. Actually, I'm going to give her a really good one I've got. I'm going to give her the really good one I've got. On him, he got HP set. I think he's got defense set. I'm going to give her this though, because it's so good. And then we're going to go for a different one on defense set here. The reason I'm putting this in is because on a defense team, she needs to resist Princess herself. Oh, I've got 2 perfect mods. One's oh, okay, yeah. Ignore me. Ignore me. We're not going to talk about it. 59. 61. Okay. We ain't talking about it. That was the one I just removed. Well done, not down. Okay, so I'm going to put in the perfect one. There we go. So she'll have high resists. And at the moment I'm doing double stat, but I don't know. It might be the way to go. I'm not really sure, if I'm honest. Would you consider a plat mod for Princess that's 100%? What set? You probably want to use that on like a Priya. Works well on a Rampage Priya. Not on a Princess. You wouldn't want to use it on a Princess. Nice tunes, thanks. In my main account, I'm going for the characters I really want. In my alt, I'm going for the ones I'm not going for in my main. Yeah, that's the way to go. HP set. I would not use attack while impaired on Princess, because the way she attacks is she does a basic attack, then she does her active, and then she does her rush. And she can't do her rush if she's impaired, and her basic attacks getting boosted is not really that big a deal, because she's not going to have a rampage weapon. She's going to get a massive attack boost anyway, because she's got a specialist skill and her third slot on her weapon. So that, I mean, we had like 150% attack or something like that on the test run we did. So I went with taunt resist mainly because on defense teams she needs to resist the opposite team's princess. It's quite important. If she resists their princess, then she's going to get her active off, and then it's good. That's nice. She's being used against fast characters on attack, but also she's going to be on my defense team, so it's good to make her defensive. Grazes, because I just don't think there's anything else that's worthwhile. How long have you been playing this game? Long time. Long time. I started playing like 2 months after it came out, so it'll be 5 years this year, I think. And then we've got Doc. Kind of messed up mods. The only ones that are important on this team are these two, because he's coming up against Angel, needs Daze Resist, because he's coming up against Mercer, needs Stun Resist. As long as he resists both of these against those teams, then he'll be able to be he'll be able to do his active command rush, and that's all he's there for. The second he's done that, his job done pretty much. The rest is just to try and keep him alive a bit, but it's no big deal if he doesn't stay alive for too long. He's taking the heat off of other characters then. But yeah, you could sacrifice set bonus for actual getting a good mod here. I've only got 2 days resists. I didn't actually use one on Prince Alright, we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it on her. If they do it, they do it. On this character, it's just mega defensive. I'd use this sort of setup on every single command. I just change this one up in the top right depending on what trait they wear. If they're alert, defense versus tough. If they're strong, defense versus alert, so on and so forth. Okay, so I need to go over 2 characters in this one. Both of these are my attacking characters, so I just made them really attacking. Attack versus strong, attack on attack. I doubled down on resists on her because she's got a nice active. She can pop her active if needed to help the rest of the team because she's got focus. AP drain is just for a bit of control. Stun resist is because she's coming up against strong characters that have stun on attack. Krista, pretty much the same. I went with attack while taunted because the idea is, imagine like I know next turn they're going to do someone's going to do an active that gives taunts Krista. I can do Erin's active first and then she'll get 73% attack boost. And then because I've got a splash damage weapon, that would be insane. I've gone all out attack because it works with her rush and her active, but also with her weapon, which is great. And I've done attack versus strong because if I was to rush a character, I want to get the best damage output I could possibly, and the best damage you can get on Krista is against strong characters without the mod, and with the mod it would just be even more increased. And then the next 3 characters are the same 3 characters from the last team. This is pretty much right. This team's kind of underwhelming. If I had Clementine, I probably would use her instead just because she does damage. I think we talked about it before where I'd use Cole and I would use another damage dealer like James or Arav if I could. Doc Stevens isn't necessarily needed because I do Cole control turn 1, Princess control turn 2, Rush turn 3 guaranteed. And I do Ivanova's active turn 2 always just to stop things like Taunt and Confuse. With the mods here, she actually hit pretty hard. She hit actually pretty hard. She's not maxed out or anything. She has got an attacking weapon, but she's not maxed out. She has got attack versus fast. I just wanted to give her as much attack as possible. All the other characters we've seen before in terms of their mods, weapons and so on, but I'll just quickly just click on them as you can see. Now this last team, we're going to test it out. I'm not sure how good this is, to be honest. I'm not really sure.
Good.
Yo, Mr.
Sounds
Sinister,
good.
$2. Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate the super chat. Have a good weekend, my dudes, and stay safe. Hey, I'm staying at home, man, 24/7 pretty much. So yeah, can you teach me how to have that strong tunes? Work hard, try and get in the best faction as you can, because you work together with a faction to get good rewards, pretty much. Does anyone know why this Smashed Heads event message is still in the inbox? Messages inbox? I don't know. How about Kapoor mods? Kapoor, you want a mod like every other character that I put here. If he's got good defense, give him more HP. Try and give him more resist as well. Like this would be ideal. You could potentially put burn or bleed on Kapoor because then his damage output's increased. But yeah, I'm gonna test this team out. But basically, it's like defensive. I haven't got any confuse resist except on Angel, and it's to go in against. It's actually to go in against Jackie teams. It doesn't matter if people get confused, I realised, because it's turn 2 when I can start popping things off. The only character that has to not get confused is this character, and she only needs to not get confused if they've got a doc. That's literally it. If they've got no doc, then it doesn't even matter if she gets confused. We'll try and find a Jackie team. Let's test this out. Let's see how shambolic it is. It will be slow, but I should be able to hit auto after turn 2. I've never realised how good farming last stage is for parts. I've never really done it much, but with the drop lead, it almost guarantees a 5-star part. I like it. Yep. No worries, Frost. No worries. You generally want to balance HP and defense if you can on a defense team, because otherwise you make yourself susceptible to something. You know, if your HP is too low and your defense is too high, bleed will wreck you. If your defense is too low and your HP is too high, just like flat damage and defense down will destroy you. So yeah. Okay, let's get on the right team. Come on, give me a Jackie. I won't often say that. I did get some bot team Jackies. Let's see how it works. I thought that was Jackie. Laupo and Jackie are hard to find at the moment. I don't think too many people in this region's got a Jackie. And I don't think they've got their teams up either. They're just like saving their teams a little bit. Come on. I don't think anyone in my faction's got Jackie. I can maybe have a check. Is 2 S-Class Frost on defense a good idea or no? I've come up against teams with 2 S-Class Frost and 2 S-Class Shiva. They did slow it down a little bit, but I didn't find it that hard. Just because if you've got 2 Frost, and of course you've got a leader, you're gonna have, unless you've got Mercer, Angel and Pete. Ah, there we go. Angel and Pete are kind of useless. So quite a few of my characters are gonna get controlled. Okay, everyone did. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. So, oh, I can impair myself here, so I need to be careful with that. I haven't got any cleanse. So ideally I'd have a cleanse here. We're gonna do heal reduction. And then we're gonna do that. We're just gonna pop off all the actives I've got and see what happens. I kind of need to control Princess. It doesn't matter about Shiva. Princess is going to use her active, but I think I've got some taunt resist, taunt resist, taunt resist, taunt resist. Okay, I think we're fine. I'm just going to. I don't want to give him elusive, so I'm just going to defend. Did I resist anything? Yeah, Pete resisted. That's good. So now... Oh, damn. What happened to Princess? Oh, she did get taunted. With a 75% resist as well. What does hers do? All enemies disarm. All teammates recover from impair and get... So this is a weird team. This is like strong characters behind her. It's like, yeah, okay. His is a confuse active. I'm just gonna confuse her. And then we're just gonna heal. I'm just gonna hit auto, it should be alright. So yeah. Okay, let's do that. Do that. Yeah, it should be. Oh, it wasn't. That's not good. That's not good. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. I'll take it. I just got to be a bit faster. I've got to get in some practice with that, but that was actually pretty nice. What did you guys think about that? Oh, my stream's frozen on me for me as well. You think that was okay? We'll try again. Oh, it's the same team. Okay, so now I can just do this turn 1. And then... who do I get this time? Okay. I don't want to give him his active. I'm just gonna do this. And now what do I do? Okay, now I just now let's auto. So like, it isn't fast in turns, but it's really fast in me actually beating it. I like that team. What do you think about our team? Worked pretty nicely. Angel Frost. My internet DC for me, chat. I want to make sure I didn't miss if you answered the question or why you renewed it. Okay, why I renewed Survivors Club. I'd say getting this Survivors Club this month is really good. Really good. Because there's good guarantees. There's good guarantees. In here, if you go to the office section, daily, you get 175 of these every day. And that is 175 times at least 28, but it could be 29. 4,900. So just from getting Survivors Club, you could get, and let's divide by 375. And then 13 times 250. So by getting this, you'll get 1 doc plus 1,250 doc cards. Okay? 1 doc plus, literally just from getting that. That's guaranteed as long as you just claim that every day. You also get access to this collection, which is really good. This one. And that costs 50 comics. That is a really good collection. And you should be able to claim at least one of these during those 30 days, maybe 2. If you have stocked up comics like I did, I claimed 1 already and I'm going to get the rest from my other ones. So you can guarantee yourself 1,000 Mercer cards or 1,000 Frost cards. This is what I've always said is missing with Survivors Club is guarantees. And this is a guarantee. You know? This is a guarantee. I would not take this. This is not great. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not. Yeah, no, not for 100 comics. This energy pack is also good, but I would prioritize this because this is open to everybody. So yeah, I'm a member this month also, and it's worth it. They listen to you, lockdown. Yeah, this month is going to be worth it for sure. And also, I'm going to be getting some pulls, and Cygnus tells me that I'm definitely getting an S-Class on a pull. Was it an S-Class? Was it an S-Class, or was it just a 6-star or an S-Class, like the top 0.4%? I'm not sure. I also bought the 30-day pass as well because it was cheaper on Amazon. It was £7 on Amazon. So, and I did buy the, like, I've always said I will buy stuff if it's a good offer. I did buy this offer here as well. This is a really good offer. You get 2,000 of the trauma kits, 10 bennies, 10 basils, 3 canteens or GPS, 5 watches or hand crank radios, 10 energy of your choice. I took Survival Road energy, and 5 million food. That's not that important, but that's a really good offer. I think it's $10. S-Class. Okay. You know, if I was to get an S-Class, I would definitely like to have Alpha. Definitely. Just Alpha's cool. And she would go in that team straight away. She'd go in this team straight away, look. You know what I said about, I said I'd use Cole and a damage dealer. It'd be Cole and Alpha there. Straight away. Wait, did you renew? Yeah, I did. I was just talking about it. You can see I've got blue. Well, you can see my roster size. The reason it's worth doing is because of this offer here. If you just collect this every day, it gives you 3,250 dot cards. Like nearly 2 docs. I renewed it this morning, and this offer right here is really good because it's giving you, like, unless you've got all these characters already, this is really good. I would prioritize Priya in this if you don't have her already. If you are going to claim this, if you've got Priya, then I go with Mercer. And then if you've got Mercer, pretty much it would be up to you at that point. Like, you could go for a character, like you can go for Hengen, you can go for Dayu, Frost. I mean, Minerva needs a very good specific team with her, but yeah. S-Class, okay. Holding you at your words. Sickness, I'm joking, I'm messing with you. And then the Survivor weekly missions as well, yeah. What are you saying? I remember this month also. It's well, the Survivor weekly missions are a bit better than they were before. I've got to do a bunch of arena battles though, So I've got to spend some tickets, unfortunately. I'm not sure if... I'm not sure if Champions Arena counts there. I don't think it does. I've got to do 40 raids. Yeah, I don't think there's a raid tournament. Is this a perfect mod? No. I think the bag's better here. It's not even a perfect mod, it's just a mod. I'd happily take 1k Mercer cards and 2k away from his S-Class. Yeah, you can get 2 of those crates, so yeah, definitely. Definitely. Okay, so hopefully that was useful for you guys. I just wanted to, like, I get questions all the time about how I mod my... Oh, we didn't mod him. Basically, I'd make him get attack. And it doesn't really matter about the rest. You're just doing it for the set bonuses. Just don't give him anything that makes anything tick. Like what's a bad mod? That one. Give him a graze. That's kind of good. Okay. Don't give him anything that like bleed and burn because it will slow it down a little bit. I really need to upgrade his weapon and stuff. I need this. I need to do my second Abraham as well. I need to have a second Abraham. But I really like that team. That was really nice against Jackie. I had a feeling that would be a good team against Jackie. This is the best month for membership. Yep, I agree. Thanks for all you do. I appreciate your insight. Previous to watching your videos, I had no clue what the hell I was doing with this game, but it's much more enjoyable now. Thanks to you. Well, no worries. If you ever have any questions, specific questions about a character or like, anything in particular, go onto my Discord. Link is in the description. I'll put the link in chat. Let's see. Hopefully all of you guys on there. We actually hit a big milestone on Discord recently. We've got 1,000 members on there, which means I think I can start thinking about applying for a Discord partnership. Not really sure how it works though, to be honest. Just seen the event next week. No tune or on calendar tiles, but kits. It's gonna work like this. Look. It's gonna work like this. But the placement ones are still going to be tunes. It was confirmed. I was actually going to do a post after my stream. This Discord partnership is a thing. Yep, it's a thing. It means you get to do certain things. It'd be really useful for my channel because I would have an alert channel where basically when I post something in that channel, anyone who subscribes to that channel can put it in their own Discord server and it will alert that Discord server as well. That's really useful for content creators. Do you think there should be a resist on weapons like Jackie's weapon? I mean, there is. There's nothing we can do about it now. There is. There is. But next week's characters are going to be Guo and Clementine. That was confirmed by Tex, the community manager. I was going to post this on... Did I do it already? I don't think I did. I was going to post it on my community tab after my stream. Let me just double check if I posted it. No, the thing I posted, you guys might not have heard about this. Some of you definitely have. It was confirmed that the S-Class collections for like Pete, if I can get in the museum, there we go. The S-Class collections are going to be extended. Right, so for right now, Pete has got a collection timer of 99 or 92 days. This is going to get extended probably to like 500. So, if you're going for a character and you're like, oh, I'm running out of time, don't worry. They will all be extended. You're absolutely fine. Everything's good. Everything is good. Okay, I'm going to claim. Everything's good. I think scope is. I mean, communication is getting better from what I'm seeing from my point of view. I think communication has been getting better since the turn of the year. So basically, it's the second. Sorry. Sirens. The second Texas Walker Ranger I always mess up his name. Is it Texas Walker Ranger? Or is it Walker? No, it's Walker Texas Ranger. Jesus. That's why I just call him Tex. It's so much easier to remember. Texas Walker Ranger. No, I think I got it wrong again. 1 second. Let me just confirm. Walker Texas Ranger. Texas Ranger is a thing. And his name's Walker. Okay, goddamn. Okay, Walker Texas Ranger. Yeah, okay, I know. It's a movie. It's from a movie. I know. Tex is basically like ramped up communication so well. We had the person who we had in before. It was not the best communication. It was really bad from a creator's point of view. Like from my point of view, I'm gonna just tell you basically, guys. The last community manager spoke to me, right? Either directly or in chats I was in, like the private chats for creators, legitimately 2 or 3 times. You know? Tex did talk to us more on day 1 than that guy did in like a year. He didn't seem like a not a horrible guy or anything. He just didn't communicate with us. It was really hard to deal with. Walker Texas Ranger. Oh, it's a TV show, okay. Ever since they moved to Discord, everything's been 100 times better. Like, I can finally get notified if they make an important noise. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, is there anything you want me to do, guys? Is there anything else you want me to do? I've completed the roadmaps on both my regions. I completed this roadmap with a really easy team to make on this region. This is the team I made. I did this. It was fully modded, of course, but I did this team. These can be 6-star characters. Don't worry about them being S-class because they were mainly there for the fact. Wang Fa doesn't matter if he's a 6-star and S-class. He just gets a little bit more survivability. I think it was pretty much this team right here. Pretty much this team right here. That's what I managed to complete with. I mean, I can actually just run it through again. I'll show you. He needs defense. He needs this. He needs both, but I'll give him defense. Okay. So I'll just quickly mod these other guys. And this guy needs HP. HP on HP. Defense versus fast. Even though I've completed it, I'll just do it again, don't worry. It's all good. AP drain. We need crits. Always remember you need crit on a guardian. I sometimes forget. Okay. Here we go. Easy. This guy needs a bit of both, so I think I'm going to go with... What one's got better mods? Oh, I got 65% just sitting there. Okay, we'll go with HP. And we'll give him defense. Okay, defense versus fast again. 39%, damn. I'll give him AP drain as well. AP drain's nice. And you know what? We're going to give him HP as well. And lastly, we're going to go with him. He needs HP. E on HP. Not very good stun resist now. Get into the dregs of my mods. And then we'll go with AP drain as well. And here we'll go with defense. Okay, So this is what I did, and then I think I took I think I did take a Mercer, but this one 6-star. If you've got an S-class Mercer, take it. Priya could help. I think I took maybe a Zachary as well on another stage. There aren't really many strong characters, are there? Oh, it's an S-class. That'd be nice actually. I'm gonna take that guy. But I don't have a command here. It's kind of nice. I'm not gonna get anything else. So we'll redo the last stage, and it's just the stats are okay. It was a bit easier than the other map. So I just attack the dangerous person to give them minus 50% attack. Then we do the special on Wang Fa, which is active command. And we're gonna control again. Oof. No. Oh, come on. Yeah. Should boost some stats. Okay, let's go from here. That wasn't too bad. In the roadmap, it's the same characters every time. Oh, okay. I like 6-star. Yeah, Wang Fa is awesome. After the event paging Dr. Stevens, is he still going to be available in the museum? He is as a character, but his collection items are not going to be available. So, do I have to wait? I would definitely focus on him if you want him. 15k trauma bags will get you 2 Dr. Stevens and 6k coins. And 6k coins? Or is there like an offer? What are you talking about with that? What do you guys think of the FA event, by the way? I've already completed it, and I didn't even do anything. Like, I literally just was a last hit the entire time. Trump 2020, hello. It was horrible in Sweden yesterday. So basically there is a grocery store. It's very well known. It's like Walmart. So they raised the cost on plastic bags like 3 times. And these two started... yeah, that's an oof. Like, I mean, in the UK, what we did... I mean, I'm not trying to say like we did it well. Well, I mean, I am. But I'm not like... Basically, we just... The way they did it was they actually removed the tax on plastic bags in the UK during this current situation. So people would not be like having issues. It's but crap because it's already done with. Exactly. I think I did 50k damage in this region. I mean, the rewards were nice. I really hope they add something to do more sombreros. They could potentially, right? They could potentially add like, I mean, having 6 days left on a 7-day event, and you've already completed it. As a free-to-play, right, who has barely done anything, is crazy. I barely did anything. I didn't even work for that. I don't know. I think they need to add something in the black market that gives, like... I don't know, anything. Right? Anything. I think it was the southern part. See you later, Mr. C. Thanks for tuning in, bro. 6k S class. All right, yeah. Yeah. me switch to my other region. I've got to do mods in this region. I'm not going to do it on stream though. It's pretty much going to be identical to what I just did. I'm going to show off something to you. Oh, yeah, this is the teams in this region. Sort of. Look what I got. Look. What Lockdown got. I'm gonna try and rush him to S class to make a guide video for you guys to see if you want to hold on to your collection items because you're not sure how good he is. I'm gonna get him to S class as soon as possible to do a guide video for you guys to take a look at him basically. And he is so I managed to get one. And my second one, I think I'm fairly close to him. I only have a 5-star invite. The 6-star will work fine. The 6-star will work fine. Work fine. Oops. I'm closing in on the second, I think, as well. I've only got 250. Don't know why I thought I had more than that. Okay. Yeah, I can claim more now. Nice. I bought one of the offers. I got Survivors Club, which gives which gives 175 a day. This one here, and overall it gives 4,900 trauma kits from having Survivors Club the entire event. So it's actually got good value, especially as it's got this on here as well. This crate, which you can get with Survivors Club comics. I bought this off of here. I bought it on this region, so I can't show you, but I can show you my other region because I didn't buy on that one. I mainly bought it so I just get the character as early as possible to show you guys, basically, and get an extra couple of pulls on the stash. It was mainly to get early because I know some people are on the fence still, which is fine. I bought this off of here, which is really good value. If you're in America, it should be $10, and if you buy it on Amazon, it probably will be like $9. Not going with swimming for with the whales. Nah, I get eaten up real quick, man. I'll be like plankton to the whales. Like I just spent 40 quid basically, and that's like a dip in the ocean, you know. The amount of people that probably did 200 pulls for alpha, which 200 pulls costs 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 quid, right? 500 quid. It's $14.99 in the States. Oh, I thought it was $10. You can get it for like 30 or 40% off if you buy it on Amazon though. Just an FYI. You straight away get money off when you buy offers on Amazon. But if you buy the Amazon coins, you get further reductions. Like I bought £25 worth of coins, but it gave me £30 worth of in-game currency. Or the other, I think it was actually £20 of coins, but it gave me £25 worth of in-game currency. And then the prices that it reduced as well. It's crazy. Do you think the Negan offer is worth it? If you're punching up, is it still here? If you're punching up, yeah. I don't think it's worth it otherwise. If he was a 5-star, it would be okay, because then you could put him on 5-star and you'd have a choice. But because he's an instant 6-star, he can't be used on defense teams anymore, really. In my opinion. Amazon Prime. No, just Amazon. Just the Amazon store. The Amazon App Store. Search on Google Play, Amazon App Store. I think that's it. Do you guys think Alpha will be worth the pull? I think Alpha's like really good. If I had enough to do 100 pull, I probably would. Just because she's a character that I could potentially use on every team, you know? I think she's good. Like, this, right? When she does her 3 separate attacks, none of them can be absolute defended. Also, none of them can be stun her. None of them can be reflected via weapon. It can be via mods. But 1200% is a lot. That's higher than Priya's Rush. Priya's Rush is 875, right? Or 825, there you go. She does more damage than Priya's Rush. 400 times 3 is crazy damage. I didn't really even think about that. I didn't when I reviewed her, I was massively looking at the defense down, but the damage alone is really high. And she's got quite good attack stat as well. But I kind of underrated her as an attack character. Damn, man, I really wish I had enough for 100 pull. 8k coins. Oh, it's 2 times coins as well. It's gonna have to be miraculous. Like, it's gonna have to be something crazy one that just give me a lot of coins. Oh, what's this? Arc of War. Any commander leadership. This could be doable. I'm not sure how hard that would be to do. Any commander's leadership reaches 4,000. How much coins does that give me? 5,300. It's an 11,000 offer here. What's this for? Oh, buy cryptocurrency. Yeah, about that. I don't think I would do that. It's over double. This is more than double. Oh, this is actually cool. Humble Bundle is a curated bundle of games and series. What do you actually have to do? Immediately unlock Jurassic World, DLC XCOM 2 plus DLC Rise. What do you have to do though? Subscribe. Just subscribe for $15. See, that's a really good offer. If you're willing to buy coins, that's a really good offer. For $15, you can get 5k coins nearly. And those are good games, to be honest. XCOM 2 and the DLC is good. I actually bought Rise of Industry myself when it was on sale on Steam. I actually like that game. Jurassic World could be fun. It's like you build a park. Like a Jurassic Park. That's a really good offer. My Amazon coins haven't worked for months. Make sure you're doing it through the Amazon of the game. Like, make sure you install it through Amazon. Or what's this? 14,000 coins. Oh, this is the same game. Reach each bridge level listed below. That's going to be probably hard. Actually, no, it's not. It's doing single tier upgrades. Oh. How many coins was that? Is that 11,000? Oh, guys, I could do a 100 pull. 14,000. That's crazy. What's this 13,000 one? Is that the same crypto thing? Okay, I'm gonna do that one. I might have try and see if I can do that. If I manage to do it, I'd probably do the 100 pull for Alpha. Fertility tracker. That's an oof. That's an oof. What else we got? I may pull her for her tonight. How many pulls would you do, Mr. Sinister? What do you have to lose, Lock? You got this. I mean, I'm gonna try. I'll try for it. I'll try for it. It took me about 3 weeks to finish leveling on Arca War. What? Which one did you do? The did you get your rewards as you hit each level, or you only get all your rewards right at the end? But I mean, it's still worth it. 14k coins, 3 weeks. I'd still do that. Are you doing it through the Amazon App Store though? Yeah. I have an offer for 27k coins, getting a city to level 20 and so damn. Oh, you got rewards as you hit each level. Okay. I only need 8k, you see. So, I mean, I could potentially hit the 8k milestone. I actually don't even need 8k because I can do 6 pulls with my... So I need a little bit less than 8k. Let me just calculate it. 20,800 minus 2.2 plus 1,000. So I need 19,600 and I've got 11,900. So I only need 8,000, less than 8,000, 7,700 coins. 7,700 coins. And that offer is kind of buggy in here. As soon as I open the game, it closes back up. I don't know what's going on. Messed up, man. I didn't have an issue. Which one did you do? This one, Conley. The leadership one, or did you do the other one? I wonder if you can do both at the same time. Was it 14,000 coins or something, right? Is it that one? Just randomly click some random there we go. Okay, what's this? Okay, 6. Okay, let me calculate this together. 670 plus 2 plus 1607 plus 1875 plus 2145 plus... So I'd only have to get to the bridge level 15. I did the other one with leveling. So you did this one, the bridge one, right? I'd only have to get to level 15. Which obviously is not going to be as bad as level 17. But I'd still do level 17 if I was getting periodic rewards, because that's another 5k. It really sucks that iOS doesn't let you do those offers. I mean, if you've got a PC, just download an emulator, an Android emulator. You can do the offers. Watch videos every day as well. What's up, Cruzito? Okay. We'll see. I'll try my best, guys. I'll try my best. Yeah, I would like Alpha here. Android gang. It's like PlayStation versus Xbox. Yeah, Android better. You save me a lot of using Amazon. I never knew. Yep, I definitely do it. I might make a video about it. Make sure you do it via coins though. Don't just do it straight purchase, because like what they do is they sell £50 worth of in-game currency for £40. Like £50 worth of in-game currency with the coins, not the in-game coins, the actual like Amazon coins, for £40, and then they actually have a reduced price as well, so you can save like potentially like 25%. Locke, have you played RTS on mobile? Yeah, I mean, I originally played it on mobile, The reason I downloaded an emulator, right? I think I've told this story a couple of times. The reason I downloaded an emulator was I was in a raid tournament and I was going in. Wanted to hit, back then it was top 7 to get a 5-star in the 5-star era, right? And I wanted to get Rick. It was a drop lead Rick. I might still have him on my roster, you know. I don't think it was in this region, but I think I've got him in this region. And I wanted this Rick. Drop leader was a big deal back then. We didn't have any drop leaders for free to play. So I was raiding, and then my phone ran out of batteries. And the issue was with the battery going flat. This Rick, with the battery going flat, RTS was so resource intensive. Like the device couldn't charge and be played at the same time on those old phones. At least my old phone. So I had to scramble and get an emulator. Basically, it was crazy. And I managed to come top 7, and I was in 7th place by like 8 points. I was so happy. I can't find that screenshot anywhere, but I was in 7th place by 8 points, and I got this guy. And he was my drop leader for ages, guys. He was my drop leader for ages. I've got more ascendables than 5 stars and 4 stars from my Survivors Club pools. So far. But I also play RTS on my tablet every day. Like when I wake up in the morning, I just lie in bed for like 20 minutes doing some stuff. Just lying in bed, basically chilling. Like road maps. I do these things. These ones. I will be doing my fresh start series at some point, guys. I'm trying to kind of think of a good time to sort of start it. This could potentially be a good time to start it because of the Doc Stevens event. I don't think I'd be able to get anything out of it. I mean, I'd get 1 5-star Doc Stevens out of it because of the daily one. This one. I don't think I'd be able to complete the roadmap. Oh yeah, I definitely wouldn't be able to complete the roadmap. Is there a war stream this war? Sorry, Carmine. I did see you say that before. I do apologize. Yeah, there's going to be a war stream tomorrow. There will be a war stream tomorrow. But today was like me modding my defense teams. And I mainly did it because I get asked a lot. And it's good to just walk through how I decide of doing things. I really like how this team turned out. I might make a video about this team in terms of like just countering Jackie. It's really fun. The only problem you've got is if you come up against the Doc Stevens and Angel. Let me see if I can find her again. It was actually really fun. Because I don't have many auto teams. Do these all have stun resist? No. They do not. Lock, is RTS awkward on PC? No. What would I don't get a question. Sorry. What do you mean awkward? Like, I'm not sure. It can be a little bit buggy, some mobile phone games, but RTS seems to be really good. Come on, give me that Jackie. I wish you could like say, give me a Jackie team. Nobody, like I said earlier, nobody really wants to say that, but I want a Jackie here. Ah, there we go. Okay, this team I'm in trouble, I think.
Feels good.
Actually, it's not too bad.
Good.
Oh, Cutty Conley, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining Tier 1 membership. Thank you so much. I had 4 new members effectively today, guys. Crazy. Oh. So let me just get this popped off so I can start. So I don't need to attack now. The only person who I needed to attack with is Wang Fa, first turn, and he does it confused regardless. So as long as we control him, which we're gonna do, this should be just an easy finish. Just gonna auto it, see what happens. Thank you so much for clicking the join button. You see what Cutty Conley did, and also English Wint. We had Mr. C before the stream, Keith as well. Hit the join button underneath my video And there is tier 1, which is $1 a month or $12 a year to financially support me and my channel. I am a full-time content creator here on YouTube, and I'm going to be honest, the group funding that I'm getting effectively from you guys is crazy. It's making a massive difference. So thank you very much. Thank you so much. Oh damn, the revives are going to come in. Oh no, we're okay. But it's making a massive difference. I think all of the stuff that you guys are doing in terms of memberships accounts for about 5% of my monthly income now. So like, it makes a big difference. So thank you so much. It's a little bit slow though, but it's a guaranteed win almost, which I wasn't guaranteed a win when I was using Rampage Priya. I did Rampage myself a couple of times. Just gonna say. A lot of people say the mouse is awkward and buggy. I can't see the join button. It should be under my stream, next to the subscribe button. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, exactly, Yoda Toffee. I was going to promote it as a video because this is what YouTube tells you to do. Promote it as a video to tell people it's available. I was going to do it at the beginning of the year, but then I had some new art done for my channel. I wanted to look professional. I did. I looked professional, and then obviously the stuff kicked off, and I was like, I'm not really going to promote it as a standalone video when, what's going on is going on. Because I know that, putting pressure on people saying that I want your money is a bit much. Like, it's not a good idea, basically. Like, all you guys need to do at the moment to support my channel is hit subscribe and like on videos. That makes a massive difference. If you see a video that's useful, you think's good for your faction, share it with your faction. That makes a massive difference. Views really make a big difference. So yeah. So hopefully this all gets sorted out, and in a couple of months I'll do that video, because I'm thinking my channel's looking pretty pro now. I love my art. Definitely wait for the vid for another month or so when people are working. Yeah, it'll probably be a little bit longer now. I'll probably wait for after summer. There's no rush with that. There are people who are hitting the member, who's finding their join button and are okay with doing the tier 1. The tier 1 I set up specifically, like the default one is $4.99, but I specifically just added the 99 cents one. I thought that was awesome. I wanted it to be as inclusive as possible. Then there's a whale one. We haven't got any whales in the channel yet. They're all in RTS, too busy. But maybe we get one whale. Maybe we get one whale. That'd be pretty funny. Bankrolls the channel entirely to themselves. Okay, guys. What time are we looking at? 3 hours and 5 minutes we streamed for. I didn't really see it going for that long, but I did. I'm happy. My team's fully modded. I'm ready for war. I've got my versus range team, which is going to be Angel. Well, I guess Priya, but Angel, Mercer, and Pete teams. And I've got my versus Lao Po team. And I've got my versus Aaron team, which is a bit underwhelming. That team does need a little bit of boost. And then we've got my versus Jackie team, which is nice. Bit slow, but very nice. Who won the giveaway? It was the T. Won the 2.2k coins. The giveaway for I'm gonna burp. Sorry. The giveaway for $30 on Steam credit or $10 Google Play, or I guess it could be Amazon as well. Like basically $10 for RTS if you want it to be. That finishes at the end of the month, and I'm gonna draw that on the 1st or 2nd of next month. I'd like for someone to make a character weapon spreadsheet. Like of what? What do you mean? Oh, you mean good weapons for certain characters? Yeah. I mean, I could do that as well one day. Like, this was good mods and stuff for characters. I could do that one day. That would need editing, though. But if you ever want to check what's available, you can just click research and then just go through and check yourself. Amplification, resistance level 4, under pressure, team player level 4. Thanks for letting me know, look. Yeah, I announced it in my Discord. It's in the announcement section. And they did get their 2.2k coins, so it's great. Like pain spread for Jiafeng. I don't know if pain spread's good on Jiafeng. There's another one that's good. Let me have a little look. Can't remember which one's good for Jiafeng. Oh, it might be pain spread. I don't know. There was something else that was good for Jiafeng. No, you're right. Pain spread for Jiafeng. Raulito can get this one. The bottom one. Increase all bleed damage by 150. That actually works with his leader skill. That bottom one works with his leader skill. Increase all bleed damage by 150. Can you get ascendables from training ground? Yes, but only 6 stars. Like nothing into S class. If you check out my video where I do 99 pulls on the legendary training camps, I get an Eric. But it's before he was ascendable, but I do get an Eric and he's still in there, I believe. Look, how do you feel about the FA event and would you prefer the last FA event over this one? I think they both had their faults. I think they can easily recover this one though. It was hard to recover the last one because the wheel was up and it was done. All they need to do to fix this is add sombrero collection in here. Up here. Like literally for anything. Trainers, like some lower level gear, just anything that you can get your hands on with the extra sombreros, because I finished it all. Bunch of people have finished it all already. 3 out of 3. 3 out of 3. Now the rewards are nice. Get to choose a GPS location is nice. Varnish is really nice. It's not as good as the pay to win stuff, but it is good. But I'm done. This is day 2 of the event and there's 6 days left. It's kind of like underwhelming. When you're going to do your training ground pulls, I'm not sure. I'll wait until an update happens. I've got loads though. Let's have a look. 213. How much time did that take me to do then? 213 times 2 divided by 30. 14 months, so a year and 2 months I did the training in that. Oh god. What's up, Owen? I got Yellow Negan from training recently. He's fodder now, right? No use in game. As a 5-star, he could be okay on a defense team. As a leader, because he has a huge bonus to AP when attacking. But otherwise, yeah, not really that useful. Not really that useful at all. Okay, guys, unless there's any questions on these teams, any last questions that I didn't cover before, do let me know. No one really talks about using Delphi commands. I don't think he's needed as much now. It's better to have someone who can pick your characters up, in my opinion. Yeah, agreed. I mean, yeah. How goes the modding for War? And this is my princess. This is the thinking. You ready? She doesn't need confuse resist because she doesn't need anything turn 1 against Jackie teams. She doesn't need stun resist against Mercer because her active is turn 2 and that's all I'm bringing her in there for is her active. So she doesn't need it. She's got a perfect taunt resist to stop the other team's like when she's on a defense team, to stop the other team's princess from taunting her. So yeah, I'm happy with this. Also, this is a team that I've made for defeating Jackie, and we've tested it out and it's flawless so far. Because no one does any damage, I don't have any confuse resist mods on anybody. Like, it doesn't matter if I get confused. I'm going to gain AP, it's fine. The only way it can go wrong is if Wang Fa attacks Angel. and then or Siddiq and gets impaired. That's the only way it could go wrong. Let me see if I can quickly find a Jackie team and just show you. Like, I actually am autoing Jackie teams with that. It's taking a little bit of time, but because I'm hitting auto, it's obviously a lot faster. Let me see if I can find. The only person who has Confuser Resist is Angel, so that she can do her active if they've got docs. Literally, that's it. It's gonna be quite hard to find Jackie teams though. Only 800 from Wangfa. 800 what? Oh, S-Class. You're gonna get him. I think he's great. I think he's great. But he's coming. Like I always said, like certain characters are gonna become more useful in the future. He's definitely more useful now with Jackie out, for sure. Okay, here we go. Okay, this team is gonna be harder, especially as Angel did it active. But we could be okay. We could be okay here. Let me see. Yeah, we're okay. As long as I can taunt him. Okay. Okay. Oh, he's actually. Okay, yeah. We're gonna. Oh, we actually managed to confuse her. Okay. Okay. So now this is basically. It doesn't matter when it starts. Oh, he resisted. Is he confused? He's taunted. Okay. Hopefully Princess gets her rush. We're gonna get some bonus HP. Try and get AP down. It's alright, it's alright. Should be able to take out that top line. And they should be crossheads still, right? Yes. Oofda. Oofda. This is one of the harder teams I've come up against. But as long as I control him, okay. Should be good now though. That's how it works. There we go. I'm going to head to bed. Have a good one. Thank you very much for tuning in, Frost. No, I just got to drain them down. It's gonna, this will take a little while. Not gonna lie, but it will get going. Because they're all decapped. That's the best bit about it. They're all decapped. And his active's going off every turn. Yeah, like not hard really at all. There's nothing, unless they, even when they've got full, that was a fully, like, a team that should have got me. It was fine. Like, the team's so defensive. Look at all those defensive stats. 8k defense on Wangfa, 6k on Angel. I mean, it's just such a defensive team. Jackie's no problem. Loving it. Loving it. Okay, guys, that is the end of my stream. It's been a 3 hours, 15 minute stream now. We've been chatting again for 15 minutes. If you want to watch this back, I do go over all the mods on these 4 attack teams against range teams, which is Angel, Mercer, and Pete, and then against Laupo teams, and then against Aaron teams, against Jackie teams, and then I obviously already have modded my entire defense team because they're all in these teams anyway. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning into my stream. Hopefully it's been useful to some of you tuning in. I will see you tomorrow for a war stream if you're around. But yeah, that's the end of my video. That's the end of my stream. Take care, guys, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving. Oh, and a big thanks to Mr. C, Keith, English Wint, and of course Carty Conley for hitting the join button. And we also had Ash and Mr. Sinister with the super chats. Thank you so much, guys, for the support. Take care, guys. Take care.